How you guys doing? How's everybody doing tonight? If you guys can hear me well, can you please press that 3? So we do have some more news on Puff Daddy. As you guys know, he has been accused of doing some horrible things to women. Okay, he has put paws on women. He done put his foots on women. He has taken advantage of his power. He has taken advantage of so many opportunities. And for what? And for his ego, for his selfishness. It is, oh my God, it's just so, okay. And why, Diddy, why did you have to go that route? Why couldn't he just be, I'm sorry for yelling, but why couldn't he just be a good person? You know, he has some money. He would have still been famous. He would have still have the money. Stop putting your hands on people. And I feel that in the past he would have gotten away with this. If we was in the 90s, he would have got away with this. You know, and he didn't foresee that. He didn't foresee the world is changing and always changing. And I want to know, do you guys think in the 90s, do you think that Puff Daddy would have gotten away with this? Press 4 if you feel like, hell yeah, in the 90s he would have got away with this. So change is good because now he have to pay up, and he is paying big time. He is paying big time. They are letting him go through so many award shows. They don't want to be associated with him. They are treating him like he is a mucus or a disease or something. Okay. They don't want to be associated, and for good reason. And it's because how he treats people. And you cannot go around treating people like crap, putting paws on people. I don't give a damn if y'all married to the person. You don't be hitting on nobody. You don't, man don't be hitting on no woman, and woman don't be hitting on no man. Nobody. Keep your hands to yourself. Okay? And do you guys think that's what really took it off when he was putting his hands on Cassie and stomping on her? Do you guys think that was really sealed the deal? Press 5 if you feel like, yeah, that's what really sealed the deal. You feel like it was something else. What do you feel like really sealed the deal in this case? What do you feel like in this case really got people in Hollywood saying, I want to disassociate myself from him. I just want to be through with him. I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think was the case for this? And I want to let you guys know, I will put the phone number up here, and I'm expecting for you guys to call in because you guys voted for me to talk about Diddy. And I need to see the support. I need y'all to call in. I need y'all to weigh in about this case. I'm not going to be the only one talking about this Diddy shit tonight. Okay? So Angie said the murder of Tupac. Well, that's been alleged. So you really think him being alleged, him taking out Tupac, what really got people, shunning him? I don't agree with that, Angel. He's been alleged of playing a role in Tupac demise since the 90s, and he have grown so much then. He has gotten so much after even being accused of have something to do with Tupac. So I think it has to be something else. And I think maybe he done pissed somebody off. Somebody in a top stairs, above, behind the scenes. Puffy Daddy done pissed off, I feel like, because they could have been got this man for this Cassie shit. They could have been did this, but everything they came out with Cassie, to me, it seemed like it was calculated. They got it right on Kim's Porter birthday. That's when they rolled it out. It seemed like everything was so calculated. So I think it has to do with something behind the scenes we don't know about as well. So Tessa, Miss Tail, she talks about Diddy is pushed out Revolt. I don't know if you guys seen that earlier today. Revolt, Diddy came out. He says, hey, he got to step down from being the face of Revolt. Nigga, stop. Nigga, they didn't kick your ass out. They don't want you there, nigga. Talking about, I'm going to step down. Step down my ass. You know these motherfuckers don't want to deal with you no more. They don't want to associate with you no more. So I guess that you had an argument with them. You say, okay, well, let me step down. Ain't no let me step down, Diddy, because they don't want your ass there. Diddy, you know your ass would have stayed the face of whatever if you could. And I want to know, do y'all think that Diddy, he stepped down because he just felt like, oh my God, it's the right thing to do. I did so much wrong and I want to right my wrongs. And I want to do that by stepping down and being accountable for everything that I've done, that I'm going to take responsibility now and I'm going to be accountable for everything I've done. Press 1 if you feel like that's what he did, or press 5 if you feel like the people said, listen, nigga, I don't want to be associated with your ass. You got to be step the fuck down. Okay, we getting too much smoke. It's too much pressure. I don't want to be associated with this. Hell no. Okay, okay, okay. Still trying to twist that shit to make it sweet, and it ain't. It is not. So she also says in her title, Tessa tells, Young Miami is out after Revolt workers make new claims. Now, what do y'all feel about that, Young Miami? They are saying that she is out, okay, from Tessa Tales. Ooh, Young Miami, you should have known this shit was too good to be true, bitch. Bitch, you know he don't want your ass. Everybody knew he don't like black women, girl. But, I feel like Young Miami, you should have went in and got the fuck out. I think she stayed too damn long. I think she just marinated in this shit. He was paying you $500K a fucking month. So you already know something is up. Hell no, I'm too damn paranoid. Let Puff Daddy paying me $500 a month. I'll be scared to take the $500 because I'll be paranoid. I'll be like, no, this nigga gonna kill me or something. Like, why the fuck he give me this too much money? It is a such thing as it's too good to be true. I'm one of them motherfuckers. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Okay. Hell no. I say something is up. It's a scheme in play. It is a reason why I'm here. What is my role? But she went along with a ride, and I think she stayed too long. And I want to know, do you guys think that Young Miami stayed too long? Do you feel like she should have never gotten business with him? What are your thoughts? Press 1 if you feel like she stayed too long. Press 2 if you feel like she should have never got involved with this man in the beginning. Press 3 if you feel like no, she's in a right place and she's being loyal and she's gonna ride through this and she's gonna stick by her man, and Puff Daddy is gonna overcome this and she is gonna get an even bigger prize. Watch and see. Watch and see. Watch and see. So I'm sure some people feel like, you gotta stay, you gotta ride for your man. And I think in a hood mentality, that's what y'all teach y'all women. That's what y'all teach y'all niggas, to ride for these motherfuckers no matter what, especially if he got money. Shit, this all y'all doing if y'all want to be for real. Y'all praise money so much. Y'all praise money so much. Sometimes it's sickening to look at. As long as it's a bag attached, as long as it's this, as long as it's that. Can we? Oh my God. Oh my God. But at the end of the day, I try my best not to judge people, but I do judge. I get judged. I'm going to say that shit again. I get judged. So hell yeah, I'm going to judge other people because I get judged. Yes, I do. So we ain't going to play that, oh, nobody judge you. Yes, the fuck they do. I've been judged my whole damn life. What the hell you talking about? Everybody judged. Shit. So anyway, I do judge, I do shame, depending on how I feel. I've been shamed, I've been judged. It's a circle of life at this point. So anyway, Young Miami, she has to deal with this shit. And I don't know, I think Young Miami, maybe she's used to dealing with shit. Even though Puff Daddy is going through all this craziness, do you feel like Young Miami, this is home for her? Do you feel like she feels comfortable? Do you feel that Young Miami feels pressured? Do you feel like Young Miami getting her ass whooped too? What do y'all think is the case? People are saying that Diddy does not treat Young Miami like he did his past whores. People are saying that Young Miami, she's getting a nice treatment, and that's why she's staying beside him. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that he's whooping on Young Miami? Press 7 if you think like he's whooping her ass. Press 8 if you feel like he ain't whooping her ass. I don't know. I think he's brainwashing that bitch. I think that he's pissing on her, and I think that he's making her like that piss. You know what I'm saying? I think she's probably eating his goddamn cakes and shit, and he didn't turn Young Miami out. Okay, she over there kissing that old booty cheek. He done turned Miss Young Miami out. She's over there drinking piss and shit. The fuck is wrong with her? Huh? What the fuck? What is up with Young Miami? Huh? I would want piss on my makeup. I would want piss on my eyelashes. Okay. I would want piss on my weave. Okay. I pay good money for my shake and go hair from China. I'm not doing that shit. Why would I want to walk around smelling like piss? Mouth smelling like piss, body odor smelling like piss, puffy piss, old puffy piss, old zesty man piss. What the fuck is up, honey? But she says she likes it. I don't think she likes that shit. I think she says that to please Puff Daddy. I think it's a part of his humiliation ritual that he got going on for her. Yeah, you're going to have to do some retarded, weird shit to be a part of the crew. And she might not even want to be a part of the crew no more. But she's stuck. I feel possibly she is stuck. I don't know, because I don't know her, and I hate to talk about her when I don't know her, but I'm gonna talk about her because I don't know her. So that feel better too, because I don't know you, Young Miami, so it's easy for me to talk about your ass because I don't know you. But if I did know you, it would be more hard for me to talk about you because I'm like, damn, that's my friend. I can't really go in like I want to, but bitch, I don't owe you shit. I don't know you, hoe. Okay. You might not even like my transgender ass. You know what I mean? She might not like my transgender ass. You know? Shit. I don't know, honey. So hell yeah. Okay, I'm looking in the comments. PMT said, Messy, remember when she said she has to do gas stuff to get money from him? I didn't remember that, BMT, because I don't pay attention to her that much. But if you can jump on a live stream and you can go in and tell us about what she said about the strange things she had to do for some change, then let us know. Oh, girl, I beg you to stop. I can't stop. Always keep it real. You got my vote. Yeah, so, honey, well, you know what? BMT, maybe she do things weird for change. I mean, a lot of these pretty bitches do. They got all this fucking filter. They got all this fucking surgery. Hell yeah, I said it. Bitches say, well, how can you talk about bitches that got surgery and you a whole motherfucking transgender? Because I can, and I did, and I did. The fuck? That don't mean shit, okay? I still got this mouth, okay? I don't know what the fuck that supposed to mean, huh? God damn it. So yes, a lot of these hoes, they say they go to Dubai and they get pooped on, they get shitted on, all for some goddamn money. So hell, at least she ain't getting shitted on. I mean, which one is worse, getting shitted on or getting pissed on? Shit, neither one is sound good, but that's what these women are into, and that's what they subject themselves. So I don't feel bad for them because they put themselves in that situation. It's a lot of bitch. Can y'all please start walking at Walmart? Okay, can you? I get tired of going to damn Walmart, and it's not enough workers at Walmart. That's why we in them long ass lines. Girl, I was at PF Chains the other day. Everybody say we hiring McDonald's hiring, Burger King hiring, Taco Bell hiring. Everybody hiring because all these hoes want to get shitted and pissed on by the Dubai niggas and OnlyFans. Y'all need to start working again, bitch. Okay. Yeah, these bitches to get to work, okay? But that's what they rather do for some money. So I don't judge, you know. If that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do. I think it's nasty as fuck. Yes, I do. Ooh, if I'm projecting, hell yeah. Oh my God. They're just sitting there and a man get on top of you and spread his cheeks and let logs come out and make it. Bitch, I don't even like when a man burp without covering his mouth. I think that is so gross. I hate to smell a man's burp. I hate when a man poops around me in front of me. I don't like it. I think it's disgusting. So you know I'm not playing with no piss and no shit, okay? I don't play them shitty games. And hell yeah, I might be part of LGBT community, but honey, but I ain't never dealt with no shit. Okay, I can guarantee you that. Mama don't play that shit. Hell no. Hell no. Hell to the no, no, no. Okay, and shout out to the ones that do play shit games. Cause a lot of motherfuckers out here, y'all didn't know they like playing shit games. Oh yes. Some people are into shit play. They call it scat. They got a name for that shit. So shout out to all the scat players out there. I don't mean to offend. You know, that's y'all beliefs. That ain't my shit. Okay. So anyway, back to Young Miami. Honey, you're gonna have to deal with this. And I'm concerned about the kids. You know, Puff Daddy and Young Miami, they both have kids that have to participate in this foolery, especially Puffy. Puffy, were you thinking about your daughters? Were you thinking about your sons? They will always have this stain on them because of their damn father. And Puffy, what are you teaching your kids? You know, he got how many kids? I don't know how many kids he got, but ain't none of them getting married and that. Well, I don't know how old are the kids? Shit, I don't know, child. But I just think it's sad. In Young Miami, you got a son that's looking up to you, and he's seeing everything going around. He's gonna have to read about this. And I just don't know. But I think Young Miami, she's used to getting dogged out. Wasn't her other man had all them tattoos on his face, and they said he was a F nigga too, and he put paws on her, and he's cheating on her. And then the other baby daddy got taken out of here because wasn't he living a thug life? So she always liked these bad boys. And who am I to judge? Honestly, who am I to judge? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people, they love thugs. Shit, I used to love thugs until they started whooping my ass. And then I don't want no thug no more. I don't want a nigga that scam no more. I've dealt with scammers, okay? And I don't like them. You know, I'd rather have a nigga that lived the right life. You know, I'm not trying to have none of that shit get back on me and then he got to go to jail. And when these niggas go to jail, you know they be cheating on y'all in jail. Y'all know that shit. Okay, then they want you to put money on their books and speak to them and talk to them all damn long on the phone where they got other bitches talking to. I'm not dealing with that shit no more. Okay, so, you know, this community, hip hop community, you know, a lot of people deal with thugs a lot. Your sons are thugs. Y'all know y'all damn thugs are thugs. Shit. Y'all goddamn husband thugs. Y'all love them thugs. So at the end of the day, do I look at Young Miami and like, oh my gosh, she's so different from everybody else? No, because it's a lot of women and men that's in the same situation as Puff Daddy. They shit is just out here for the world to see. Men are still whooping on these bitches' asses in their relationships. Are they not? Puff Daddy, he just have to be more accountable because he's more famous and everybody sees him. But it's a lot of men that continue today put paws on these women. You hear about them all the time. You hear about the cases of these women getting unalived by their husband, the women getting unalived by their baby daddy. So I feel that, you know, him and Puff and what's the name, Young Miami, when I look at the whole scheme of things, shit, they're no better than anybody else. But because they're celebrities, their shit is on display for us to talk about and judge. And that's why we're doing it, you know? So you guys are going to take the hit for everybody. Every nigga that have put paws on their women, Puffy, you going to take that hit for them, okay? every stupid hoe that ride for these niggas that ain't shit, Young Miami, you gonna take that heat for them tonight, bitch. Okay? Cause how could you stand with that nigga when you know what he did to Cassie? You know what he does to women. What happened with women stand on code? What fucking shit is that? I thought if your women stand on code that if a man hurt another woman, then you guys are not gonna be fooling with that man because he hurt one of your own. Fuck you mean that's some bullshit. Can we just say that's some bullshit? Cause that's some bullshit. Yeah, Miami ain't going nowhere. She know all the shit he did to Kim Porter, all the shit he did to all them other women, all the female artists he dealt with. And guess what? When your Miami go, it's gonna be a line of other women and sisters gonna line up to get their turn too, cause they about that money. So that's how I feel about that. What y'all think? Can we please get the likes up? I'm over here running my mouth, losing my life. I hope. Can we please get the damn likes up, y'all? How do you guys enjoy my commentary so far? Press 5 if you guys enjoy my commentary so far. Let a hoe know. Yeah, she's into deep fryer. I'm looking in the comment section. Young Miami is a beard. Well, she might be a beard, but she chose to be there. MCB. She she knows what's up, so she's possibly a proud beard behind the scenes and in denial in front of the damn scenes. So you can have that. She don't want you to identify her as a beard. She don't identify as a beard, but maybe it is what it is. And maybe his ass. I mean, he could be a nigga that like both. I mean, clearly he probably is a nigga that like go left and right, left and right and left, right and left, left and right, left and right. So I don't know if she's a full beard, because I've had beards. Okay, I can tell you about some beards. Bitch, I could tell you about some beers before, honey, okay? But I don't know. See, when I had my beards, I would never piss on their ass, okay? I treated my beards with respect, okay? I took my beards out and I would never piss on my beard. I would never shit on my beard because I don't believe that shit. None of my beards could ever say I treated them horrible or hit or push or hit their ass. I ain't never did that. I might have one time. I might have push a hoe out my face, okay? Because some girls can be very aggressive and they be all want to kiss. Bitch, can you get the fuck off of me? Okay, can you please? I had one of the moments once or twice because I just didn't want her on me. And she didn't. I kept saying, "Can you please get off of me? Can you please stop? Can you please stop?" And this bitch did not stop. She wanted just to keep on kissing on my neck and kissing on me. I guess she was trying to turn me on, and shit wasn't working. Listen, bitch, we behind the scenes. You can stop, okay? Stop now. But I think possibly with my beards, they was in it for real. Okay, it wasn't just a look. So I don't know what's going on with Young Miami. Is this real? Are they real intimate? Because the pissing is kind of so far. So I'm gonna click here. Guess you taste sweet. You so silly. Yeah, I had a lot of sweetness in me. You right about that. So okay, we got somebody here. I thank you for coming up. Also, I just want to let you guys know 50 Cent, he is clapping. Well, I don't know if he's clapping back, but he's speaking, and this is what he has to say. He says, I buy that situation from you, Playboy. I guess the situation with Revolt for the low, because Cadillac and AT&T are going to pull out. Give you a few dollars for now, sell it to me, and then we can be friends. I'm serious. Call my phone. So look like 50 Cent want to do business with him. 50 Cent is counting him out the game. And that is what's going on with 50 Cent. Capital, the charter schools has ended their partnership with Diddy. We firmly believe it is in the best interest of our organization and the health and future. So everybody that Diddy has music or business with, they are disconnecting. Okay, they are disconnected themselves with him. Suge Knight, it says Diddy goes after Suge Knight for exposing his dirty secrets. This is a video I got from Mystery, and I would love to look at this with you guys. So we're gonna take some phone calls. How you doing, baby? You there? Hello? I think your thing is mute. Can you unmute it?
Hi, Gigi.
Hey, yes. How you doing? I'm so happy you called. How you
Hi.
pronounce your name?
It's just Tiara or T.
Tiara. Okay, sometimes
Yeah.
I'm slow, Tiara.
All right.
I,
No, you're good. I like you redid your show and everything. I just wanted to
I
chime in real quick.
go ahead, please. I want you to.
So, my thing is that I dealt with I mean, I have been a beard. I dealt with situations with men, and the thing is like that. He did most of everything they said he did. I mean, everybody not lying on him. Everybody not lying. And I do feel like Miami does partake in certain things. That's why she dogged the women out and stuff like that. She don't want to admit nothing. She don't have to, but we all see what's going on.
Yeah,
That's pretty
she's
much,
getting paid good money to keep her mouth quiet, and
yeah,
she wants to live for the lifestyle.
yeah. So
So
I mean,
how do you feel about, this woman choosing to disregard other women that has been
yeah.
abused by him, and she's pretty much just going to say, I'm going to stick beside him because he gives me good money? And do you think other women would also do the same thing? Yeah, Miami, is she alone?
I don't think she's alone. I mean, I did stuff for like 6 years, so she's not alone. But eventually, when you grow up, you wake up, you mature, you have more morals about yourself and so forth. You start to figure out that shit ain't right. And she don't have, apparently she don't have that type of morality, because she don't need them. She can easily walk away from him, and she can make money outside of him if he blackballs her or whatever the case is. I mean, they are on his tail, on his ass, really. But yeah, they on him. And I feel like she's slowly gonna dwindle herself away from him. But yeah, she was with this stuff. That's just how I feel. And I
Now,
appreciate.
if I can like treat it like an interview, I like interviewing sometimes. I used to be
Mhm.
back in the day. So,
No
so
problem.
with Young Miami, okay, with Young Miami, do you think she's loyal to the money? Do you think it is a Puff Daddy attachment? Do you feel like she feels like, oh my God, Puffy has done so much for me?
Mm.
Or do you think it's more like, bitch, the money is good?
I think you are like, what you're saying is correct. The last statement, the money is good. You got to think about where she came from, like little to nothing. So she's not about to just turn down that money. When people have all they see is money, green, they don't, the morals go out the drain. They go out the door. Morals not there, number one. So I feel like it's just the money is good for her. I mean, she gonna deal with all the shit. Every press she get, every press they get. Diddy, I feel like he got a lot of higher powers supporting him because they are part of it too, and they gonna pay him to pay them off, so he don't tell on them. But yeah, it's the money's good, so she gonna stick around for the bullshit. I mean, sorry to say that, but yeah, that's
Okay,
that's what I
good.
think. She doesn't
Okay.
care about Cassie, Kim Porter, none of that. She in there for what she gonna get right now.
I think that's honest. And I think a lot of people feel that way if they were in her position. I will also want to go back to money. And you
Mm-hmm.
said because she came from the bottom. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm from the goddamn bottom. I'm from the hood too,
Me
So
too. Me too.
when I was raised up in the hood, you hear a lot of money. Damn,
Yeah.
we don't get shit because of money. Damn, if we would just win the lottery, if
Yeah.
we win the lottery, it would fix everything because money would make us happy. Money gonna help fix the roof. Money
Yeah.
gonna help us get some gym shoes. When you go to school, where she got money, the Jordans, motherfucker will kill you over some Jordans. Them
That's
Jordans
true.
is expensive. We don't have enough money to afford the Jordans, but we have paid all this money for the Jordans to look
Yeah.
like that we got some money. So I say that to say that a lot of times when it comes to the ghetto and low income communities, not all,
Yeah.
but some that I come from, they worship money, 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 money. Even the church is money, money. Have you
That's
caving your
true.
money? Give me some more money. God says, I want y'all to donate no more than $100. Come on, I know you got it. Money, money,
Yeah.
money, money, money. You see your church with the big Escalade, the big, it's everything is so
That
money.
that's true. That I mean, with it
I've
being like that, Gigi, with it being like everything is all about money, I don't expect her to walk away and say, "Okay, I'm going to go on the right path," quote unquote. She's not going to do that. I would never expect her to do that. She's not going to do it. Apparently, you know, she's brainwashed for sure, but it had to be a part of her personality that was already like that before she got with him, and he knows how to prey on people like a predator. I mean, period, point blank. You see it with all his artists. He dog them out. He use them up, dog them out, drain their energy, and that's it. If you're gonna go with this, you're gonna roll with him. You're gonna roll with him. He's like that. So everything. I don't know, but y'all, I want other people to let me know what they think. That I'm tuning in, and I appreciate you. I love your commentary, DG.
love you too. All
All
right.
right,
Did you want to
bye.
stay on or did you want me to let you go?
Oh no, no, you're good. I know other people got other stuff to say, and I'm very respectful. So I appreciate you. All the way from
Like
Houston.
you know, I like you. If I like you, I want you to stay on. But if you don't want to stay on, I respect that.
I'm shy.
Well,
But I appreciate your honest commentary because this helps other people. Other people are going through things too, similar to this. And a lot of people got to realize you make a certain amount of money, you're a celebrity. I mean, you're not a role model, nah, but you have a responsibility one way or another. So that's all I wanted to say.
God, well, I enjoy you, and I don't want you to go. But if you want to go, I can't force you, boo. But
Okay, no problem. I can always be here. You just let me know, girl. I'm here. And thank you.
I just told you I want you here. But all right, bye bye. All right. She said, "Hell no, come on." She tried to say no the nice way, right? Okay, so like she did, can you guys please hit that link up at the top and come up here and talk? And also, my phone number is also up here. If you guys want to call in, I would like for you guys to call in and to talk about this situation. And I just want to go back into the low income communities. Um, every income community does not worship money. This is what I hear. Okay. I have not experienced it for myself because I ain't from them hoods. But I hear like in certain cultures, different races, I guess Indian people or the native people that was here before, the Europeans came to America. They still have their culture and they don't even use electricity like that, I hear. That they still like an old traditional stuff in their own tradition, not your tradition. They're not into Christianity. They have their own religion. But somehow they find happiness and they don't have to have Jordans. They don't have to worry about the clothes and the next wigs and the makeup and the surgery. That's not their culture. So somehow you don't, depending on the culture in your society, you don't have to have so much to be happy. Happy sometimes it can come within you or the small community that you have. You guys can love on each other, uplift each other. Shit, it's a big world out here. And just because you have been brought up in a certain environment or society and community, if y'all don't like how y'all been raised up in the community and society that you've been brought up into, please do not lose hope because it is so many worlds out here. I would challenge you to look elsewhere and to see what other people and other cultures and other religions have to offer. Okay. So you could get your happiness, bitch. Okay. Shit. Uh-huh. But in this society that I was brought up in, you would think money is that will make you happy because that's what it teaches, that's what it pushes in the society I came up in. All right. So let's go into some phone calls. Calling from 256. You're live on the air.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? I'm glad you called in. What's your name?
My name is Tootie.
Hey, Trudy. Talk to me. What are your thoughts?
Hey. I've been following this for a while. Just a lot of things didn't sound right. So I've already been hit to like how demonic Diddy is. And just from the whole situation with the Uptown Records and everybody from Uptown Records is now unalive. And then Al B. Sure was almost unalive, but he made it. So, but I'm starting to think, how is it that Diddy's been doing this behavior? We've heard Exhibit tell stories and just different people who don't really deal with Diddy tell stories on interviews and say little slight things. How has he been doing this for 30 years? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, right? This is what's kind of like, I mean, we know he's a monster, just pure point blank. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, he's being taken down. And I just feel like, I don't think Cassie would have had the courage to do the civil suit if she didn't have like some big people behind her. And I was thinking, he sued the DeLeon company in April. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but the liquor brand, he was saying they were like mismanaging him. And like, you know, he was trying to do a civil suit on them saying because he was black, they weren't marketing the product right.
Bam! I'm
And
sorry
then,
to
like,
cut you off. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you just said it right there. Come on now, 562 Tootie. You know this shit don't got shit to do with Cassie. Niggas be fucking bitches up all the damn time. They don't give a damn about that. You know it don't got shit to do with nothing else. But when he tried to come and take the clear man down on some R shit, on some racist shit, they let his ass know, bitch, stay in your lane. Stay in your place, ho. Okay? Stay in your damn place. And bitch, hold on, Tootie. Hold on, Tootie. Because when I throw your ass to the wolves, your people so crazy, all of them gonna eat your ass up for lunch, and you will never see the daylight, bitch. They let his ass know it. Because it's been a lot of rhetoric of, you know, oh my God, they people throw the R word out here, and the clear people are sick and tired of that shit. So, honey, they sticking together. Okay, they say, oh, no longer. They trying to get a Republican in next office, and they really gonna take some shit back. But go ahead.
Diddy done been so low down to mistreat his people. When he did try to go up against them, ain't nobody got his back.
That's true too.
That's what's that happened, because he done so much dirt to his folks. And for all we know, that's probably why they wouldn't give him his, you know, give him what he was worth in the first place, because everybody knows about his reputation. So what you gonna do? What you gonna say? Because if you try to speak up for yourself, boom, you done all of this dirt. We ain't gonna do nothing but make a plot and take you down regardless, because everything is shutting down now. Like you just said, I just found out Revolt is being pulled. They're gonna pull everything for him.
Hell
this is
yeah.
a hostile takedown.
They want to show an example. They got to, because with people that are powerful, they let y'all know it. They say, listen, and we're gonna use him as an example. So next time one of you niggas want to come, bitch, you know what's up. If we can take Puff Daddy down in a like this, you know what's up for you. Okay. They let his ass know it.
I knew it. I kept telling, like, you know, friends and family members, everybody discussing it. I was like, y'all, Cassie walking around, they said she ain't left and went into hiding. It was a civil case. So it was never any intention to bring any charges against him, because she wasn't going to win, because I'm pretty sure he got the officials in New York in his pocket, because Gene talked about that on his interviews. You know what I'm saying? How he got the big heads of the officials in New York in his pocket, and that's how he was able to move around and do all of this stuff. But it's crazy, because I was just like, it ain't no way she spoke against him without having somebody bigger than Diddy behind her. And then I did research, and I found out about that lawsuit, and I found out that they was an $80 billion company. And I said, that's why they took that ninja down. They put him in his place, and they did it so you couldn't appear that they had anything to do with it. They probably approached Cassie. They probably got Cassidy under their protection. He knows that. He ain't gonna go for her. But yeah, I just feel like she was a chess piece. She's a piece in the chess game. She's a what do you call it?
A pawn. She's a pawn.
Yeah.
She's a pawn. They don't give a damn about Cassie. They don't give a damn about Cassie.
We're watching chess. And Cassie, what he did is fucked up and wrong and all of that. But ain't nobody said nothing for 30 years until he tried to go up against this huge conglomerate.
Just like they did Bill Cosby, girl. Just like they did Bill Cosby. Just like they letting y'all niggas know. Y'all are not that. Y'all are not them.
A lot of people don't know. I'm finna shock a lot of folks, and I hope it's okay to say this. Everybody talks about, now everybody knows that Bill Cosby bought NBC, right? And he had rights to NBC. But did y'all know that the land that Bill Cosby and Camille lived on, they were sitting on oil? And did y'all know some conglomerates wanted to come in and they wanted to drill under his house and they wanted to sell his home? And him and Camille got together and got the neighbors, all of the neighbors, to say no, right? So it wouldn't be a problem. So they got the whole block to say, no, you can't drill here. And all of a sudden, all of these folks from 80 years ago, you see what I'm saying? Not that I'm trying to invalidate anybody's experience, but all of these folks from decades
Tootie, let's
ago.
just stop this bullshit. First of all, we're not saying anything about nobody's experience, but we know they don't give a fuck about their experience, okay? But they use that to weaponize it to get what they want. You get what I'm saying? And they know exactly how to hit certain things to make people react the way they want them to react. It's almost like it's don't you know when you inquire and it's the man that's doing the head of the orchestra and he point this bitch and he point that way and they say ha ho ha ho. They know how to point certain directions to play with your goddamn ass. Okay?
Exactly. And just like in that lawsuit, when they were talking about Diddy was recording Cassie with those men and all of that stuff, Gene Deal, right? He made a comment and he said, what Diddy does is he gets these people in these rooms and he forced them and he coerced them into doing stuff. So if they ever try to go up against him, he would have something against him. Where do you think he learned that at? He learned that with people that he network and do business with.
Right.
The people
Karma
doing that to him.
Right. Not a big man, he topping the black people, but not a clear people topping his ass. You understand? They all getting fucked. Okay. Diddy getting topped.
I knew
okay. He getting topped.
I needed to talk to somebody who knew. Everybody was like, nah, that ain't it. Please, you crazy. It ain't no way that girl would have came out and threatened her and with her children and everything. Diddy's like a whole serial killer.
Yeah, she had people that's helping her in the background, of course. That's gonna see this thing out, and they were so calculated. They said we're gonna do this on Kim Porter's birthday. That's not Cassie is not gonna think like that.
And you just posted that stuff about 50. Come on now, why do you think 50 involved? 50 brave enough to speak against Diddy in public like that, and 50 been saying little stuff and putting stuff out there. 50, and see, I was like, I kept telling my husband, 50 wants to take Diddy's spot. He wants some of the.
Of course, he always want to take 50's spot. 50 Cent is a jealous bitch. He always want to take somebody's spot. If it's not Diddy, it's Tyler Perry. Okay. It's always the bisexual gay niggas, like, but he gay himself.
Like,
50 Cent, zesty himself. They all compete.
His baby mama's house on fire with them in it. Don't forget, you feel what I'm saying? Like, don't pick the lesser of the two evils. 50 ain't shit either. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he ain't. All of them ain't. But I also feel like Puff Daddy, you reap what you sow. Because I feel like Puff Daddy. Oh, go ahead.
Kimora sitting up there ain't saying nothing, crying on live. Oh, and I feel like some of the stuff comes back to hunt you from the past. Speak out with your scary ass. You got millions and millions and millions of dollars. And she was your best friend now. And then that's what I was posting about. Erica Kennedy, the publicist for Sean John. She wrote a book called Bling. She was Kimora's best friend. Guess what she at?
Where?
She's deceased.
Well, maybe Kimora don't want to deceased like everybody
about it. But a messed up toxicology report. She was 42 talking about she died of natural causes. Come on. And you can't even find the book. The book is like $54 if you can find it. And it's called Bling. Please Please tell me you done heard of this. And when you read it, it talks about a small time girl that goes to the city to meet a guy, and he owns Augusta Records. And where is Tim Porter from?
Tell it.
Augusta, I think. But I know she's from a small. My aunt actually is from the same town. My step aunt is from the same town Kim Porter's in. She always she was just like, she was so pleasant, so sweet, and she always had that model-esque look, dressed like a model, acted like a model, and she just wanted to be something. She always like had ambition, and she, and she knew she was never going to stay in a small town. So she is like the cliche story of the, small town Southern girl that's beautiful and stands out in her community. And she just had high hopes for herself. All she wanted to do is just make something of herself.
Mm. Well,
that's sad. It really is sad.
Back to Diddy. I feel like, Diddy, you have for so long took advantage of people, forced people to do things, and you did that to the Black people. And if you was a clear, hold on, Tootie, if you was a clear man, people will accuse you of the R word, but because you Black, people can't, and it's a lot of that shit. I don't know when people gonna wake up and realize the people in your community can be your enemy. Just because you Black, that don't mean that you got my best interest at heart. Okay. Just because we from the same neighborhood don't mean you got my best interest at heart. Just because we got the same blood don't mean you got my best interest at heart. Sometimes these niggas can be your enemy from your bloodline, from your neighborhood.
Let me tell you something. You have to build your own family. Family can be your absolute, the support you the least. They can say things about you, plant negative seeds to stick with you the rest of your life, call you weird and eccentric because they small-minded and they don't know anything and they never tried to know nothing. Family can be your absolute worst enemy. I have learned throughout my life, with my parents being deceased from when I was a child, I have to make my own family. I have to stay around like-minded people, be around people to breathe life into me and encourage me and create, and inspire creativity. Family. Yeah. But now I am pro-Black. I don't lie. But like,
I don't know what pro-Black means. I don't know, Tootie. I don't think I'm pro-Black. Because to me, okay, and I know that's disappointing to you, but
my experience is probably different from yours.
Mine is gonna be different from yours.
I'm very open-minded, very cultural. But I am from the South, where I have experienced and seen just a lot of in-your-face racism. I've been called the N-word in high school. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
hear
what
you're
saying.
My kids right now, I moved back to Chicago from Chicago down to Alabama about 7 years ago. My kids having to listen to racist jokes on the bus. Nobody's doing anything. Okay. Everybody wants to be
I feel
out.
You. Okay.
You see what I'm
saying? Tootie, that's why you're pro-Black. Okay. See, I have different reasonings, and I respect your choice in it. But I have two businesses, and it's a Black one and it's a different kind of group one, I'm gonna go to where I'm celebrated, where I'm loved, where people gonna treat me right. I don't care about the color, so I can't be pro-Black of that. And I've been hurt by my own people the most. Okay, so
and I have too. And
go ahead.
Let me say this: just because I'm pro-Black doesn't mean I'm racist. White people love me, and I hate to say it like that, but I have a lot of white friends. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just kind of like, I've suffered a lot within my community and seen a lot of my people suffering. And, women and children within our community are the ones who, so I'm just about helping. Like, okay, I don't mind helping everybody and supporting everybody, but I just want to help my people first. That's kind of like my whole
I think
thing.
That's a beautiful thing because I benefit from that. However, I just have different outlooks on it. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah, I know. And when you know better, you do better. And I'm constantly doing introspection, and I'll probably, grow to a point where, which I don't mind helping anyone, but I'm just kind of immersed in our culture because I see a lot of the things that's going on, and like having a culture of staying quiet, keep keeping secrets just like this dude Diddy. You know, we've been so abused and oppressed that it's, I don't know, we have a thing where when people are bad within our culture, we kind of just be quiet about it. Won't nobody speak out. Won't nobody say nothing. It's almost like
Well,
we're afraid.
but
We know they hurting people, but
Tootie,
we
but
afraid
that's
to turn on them
pro-black.
and allow them to be persecuted.
Tootie, that's pro-black. To
Yeah.
me, that's pro-black. To me, pro-black is
See, no.
Hold
Then
on,
I'm not
Tootie.
that. I'm
Right,
not that,
I hear
honey.
what you're saying, but my definition of what pro-black is
It looks
okay.
like
If
that.
hold on, let me
Right.
speak. My definition of what pro-black is, and maybe I don't know, but this is my definition. Okay. If something
Okay.
like this with Puff Daddy, I will come out and try to say, well, Caucasian people, they have done worse, and we don't put them under the bus. We got to look at all the facts first. I would try to make excuses because he's a black brother, and I'm not going to just allow the system to tear him down when all these other groups are doing worse than him. That's, to me, that's pro-black. I feel that pro-black is
Oh no, ma'am, he
what,
gotta go.
right. I hear what you're saying, but this, I'm just, Tootie, this is my definition. Okay.
Okay.
I feel that pro-black is something back in the NAACP. They had a black show back in the early 1900s. And I guess it did not represent black people as excellent. So I hear that NAACP did what they could to tear that TV show down. And they only wanted black excellent representation on TV. And if it was not black excellent representation on TV, they wanted that shit down. Okay. That's, to me, really pro-black. Okay. Pro-black people will probably don't want to see Sexy Red. They don't want to see anything that that is not really conservative or put black people in the best of light because they're so pro-black and they just want a one outlook. I don't agree with that. Express yourself, okay? Everybody got to be stuck in that shit.
Get your bag, no matter how you get your bag, right?
No, I don't feel that way
I
either.
feel like
I don't feel that way either.
Oh.
I just feel like with the excellent thing, like want everything to be Cosby, and sometimes it's not even relatable to a lot of people. It does not resonate and doesn't speak to a certain groups. I feel that, hey, I like Sexy Red music. I was just listening to it the other day. I was in a funk, and turning on Sexy Red stopped me from crying. Okay.
Oh, yeah. But see, now me on the other hand, I'm over here listening to Andre 3000's Flute album. So I be on some old spiritual. I guess I just be trying to like decompress and like be at one and kind of meditate a little bit. And so like I don't have anything against it, but like I have a teenager, so I don't listen to music like that because I don't want her to be influenced by things like that. And sometimes I think I'm very open. I'm so open, and I'm so like, introducing her to different cultures and different things, and hobbies and stuff. But like the ratchet music, I really, it's not my thing. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. It's just not that I don't promote it all the time.
You just don't like
want
that
my daughter
shit,
to be
and that's
influenced by
okay.
it.
You don't like it.
No, I like me some trap music. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You just don't want
just
your kid to listen to it.
Right. I just don't want my daughter's role model to be Sexy Red, if you will. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I hear
More
you.
like Marseille. You see? Like somebody who, just trying to, just have some integrity and some self-respect. Not saying that she doesn't have any, but just like, I guess I am a little bit more conservative.
Yeah, you are very conservative, I would say, because Sexy Red, she is a representation of many black women in America. Okay.
Exactly.
But Tootie,
and I think I work really hard, and I just want her to know that you don't have to. I just want her to move with integrity.
Yeah, but she see you, her mom is totally different from Sexy Red. So I'm sure she got aunties and different people that's in her face.
But these kids are different. My kids be listening to K-pop and all type of other, like kids.
I love K-pop.
This generation, I love K-pop too. This generation now, these kids are very open, extremely open. These kids are not judgmental. They're not
Yes, no,
biased.
time out. That's
They're
a
not,
lie.
being
These
raised like
kids are
that.
still judgmental, child. But no, but I
You
would
think so?
say, yes, I think so. I think they're less judgmental. When I was coming up, it was the mean girls. We were very mean girls. We were very judgmental individuals, and we were very stuck on
Mm-hmm. This is
ourselves.
true.
My generation,
This is true.
but the other generation, they're totally opposite. Like my little sister, I'm so proud of her. She think guys that try to holler at her that is way older than her, she think it's disgusting. My generation looked up to that
Right.
shit. If you're a high school girl,
We looked
we did
for.
not want to
We
date
thought
high
that was
school
cute.
boys. We wanted to date older
We
men.
thought that was cute. Having
Right.
the older boyfriend to drop you off at school. I mean, children are more open because I think the Black community is talking more. And that's what I meant earlier about everybody keeping secrets and being quiet about the creepy uncle. You know he creepy and you know he perverted, and you still let him come around and eat Thanksgiving. Like nobody
Because
would
it's
just kind of like
protecting
what.
black, it's pro-black, it's protecting black. You don't ever want to. I feel like pro-blackness is like, okay, if he is known for that, let's just pray it out of him, and he's not like that anymore, but
Yeah,
we still
yeah,
need him around because he is a man, and we need black men, and we need to uplift black men. We don't care what they do. We need to up, because that is our light. If we don't have black men, then what do we have? Even though I
hmm
feel like in the black community, black women always ran the black community. I think that black women are the head of the black community. But yeah,
we're the
but
head, but we didn't have a voice though. I just feel like Black women were so oppressed. Like we're the number one public enemy. We can't do anything right. If we wearing our hair straight, we trying to be European. And then if you wear your hair kinky, it's like what you doing with them cuckabugs, you jigaboo. I just feel like we truly, like if we try to be open and sensual, I just feel like we're the most emulated,
yeah,
but we
but
get
I
the
feel
least
like you
respect.
can't be too hard, because look where you at. You're out of America. I mean, for God's sake, you were taken out of your homeland, and you had a lot of oppression shit happen to you so many years. So of course you're not going to be normal or regular like everybody else, because you have a different story. You have a different history.
Right,
So I wouldn't beat myself up too
right.
bad. But I know I enjoy talking to you, Tootie. But they like, can we please stay on topic, because we everywhere. Shit.
I'm sorry.
It's
Okay, let's
okay.
bring
It
it
was
back
my
to
fault. I take
supporting men like
accountability.
Diddy.
Right. I take accountability. But I appreciate you, boo. We're going to let you
Coco,
go for right now.
thank you.
Anytime. Calling from 510. You're live on the air.
Hey Gigi, this is Celebrity Scandalous. How
Hey,
you doing?
how you doing, Miss Celebrity Scandalous? And I have to say one thing to Happy. You're right. I apologize if I offend any black people out here. I know all of you guys are not from Africa. I didn't think I said that. So when I was saying black people are taken from their homeland, I'm just referring to those black people, not all black people. Okay, go ahead, Miss Scandalous.
Okay, so a couple things. Everybody, well, not everybody, but people are talking about why all of this is coming out about Diddy. And I know some people don't believe in the Illuminati, and who even knows what that is. But this to me feels like it doesn't really matter the why, because for the most part, I mean, we can't prove that it's all 100% accurate. But for years, these rumors have been around. So whether he tried to, somebody even said he was trying to buy CNN, that's why they did it. I really don't care the why. The issue is that Diddy has had horrible practices for a very long time. And we are in a different era. This is the Me Too era, and now it's the Me Too hip hop era, where they're just bringing people down. So, all of this, it's because he got into it with the liquor people. It could be, but I really don't care about that. I'm just glad that it's coming to light. And my second point is Carisha. I would hope that she would be smart enough to distance herself from him. Hopefully she's not being abused like he was doing Cassie, but people are being so hard on her publicly. It took Cassie years to leave him. I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, out here in Oakland, we got women walking the street getting knocked upside their head for less than that and staying with a man. So Are you guys surprised that she's gonna stay with this guy if he's lacing her pockets? Like, you common sense. Again, pimp mentality. These young girls are getting money that they never had. The same thing with Cassie. What he did to her was wrong, but money is a hell of a lure. You know, people like, oh, well, she should distance herself. Yeah, she should. But Cassie stayed for a very long time. She was the one he was putting pause on to that degree. So y'all think that Carisha is just gonna be, oh, well, yeah, everybody knows what he's into, I'm out. Hell no. It's gonna take her time. I'm just shocked that people think, oh, well, you know, she should just drop him. Of course she should. But she's still, you got to give her some grace too. Cassie, she stayed with him for a very long time. So y'all don't think she gonna stay for a minute until she get her money right? I mean, come on. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Gigi?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I don't have, you know, people. So your thing is people are just being too hard on Young Miami.
I feel like we all want her to get away from this situation, but the reality, you know, people questioning, well, she was out, you know, he's still paying her. Hell yeah. If I was Diddy and my neck was on the line like this, I would be paying her too. He needs somebody to validate him at this point, to come and say, he's not that bad of a guy. We don't know. I mean, I feel like there is some, of course, I feel like that he has done some things to her as well, that she's gone through some grooming. So it's like anything else. It took a lot of, these men who are talking about what he did now, they benefited for years. They took the money and turned their head for years. And now y'all want Carisha to, oh, yep, I'm done with him. Y'all.
Well, I feel like this.
Until she's done.
If I was Carisha, this is how I feel. Young Miami. I'm going to project. First of all, this same group of people that's talking shit about me now, they never liked me in the beginning. They always felt I was ratchet. I was never going to make it. They always say I was not a rapper. I don't deserve to be in the light. So F them. That's how I feel like about Carisha. And the situation with Puff Daddy is, okay, yes, he did horrible shit, but bitch, I'm Carisha, please. Every ex I've been with have done criminal shit. She date criminals, for God's sake. The fuck? She dates criminals. She talks about rapping with being with criminals. He's a criminal. And so fucking what? The 90s celebrated criminals. I mean, they still are trying to pass, you know, they trying to pass bills to make it easier for the criminals when they get back out so they can have a second chance. We love criminals. And stop acting like y'all don't love fucking criminals, okay? Because this whole community, hip hop, it celebrates criminals. It celebrates criminals. All in y'all music and y'all rap music, it talks about breaking crimes. Okay, everything is a criminal. When you look at your movies are based on the male leaders doing crimes. 50 Cent. All his shows is about drug dealers and breaking crimes and men hitting on women and people killing on people. All the music is about taking your enemies out, killing your own black people. But you want to be this fake, oh my God, why she not stand? Well, bitch, you supported this shit the whole time. You don't want to listen to this type of music. You don't want to listen to this type of gossip. You don't want that. You go to these concerts that talk about pow, pow, wrapping up, setting it up. You look at the baddies. They about fighting and shit. I mean, I don't know. People, I think, pick and choose. But if I was Carisha, please, and I had that mentality, and I feel like, listen, I got to weigh my options. I want to play my best hand. Diddy is right now, he's on a soft state right now. He's vulnerable right now. He's never been in this position right now. He got his tail tucked behind his legs right now. So is this a good time for me to go do him in right now? Or should I get more money out of him right now? She probably got white people behind her ear talking about, Young Miami, we're going to pay you X amount of money if you flip on this nigga. She got to weigh her options. Maybe she can keep it and maybe she can flip on him next year, 5 years. She can flip any time. It's still going to work in her favor.
Well, when he was with J-Lo and he got into that mess with those people you know, and with the Pow Pow situation, and they had to leave, and eventually they got her away from him. If Miami's team is tight and her PR people, I feel that they will get her away from him, and of course she should, but she ain't gonna do it in our time. You know, I mean, it's just like all of a sudden people want her to dump him. I think she should get, girl. I don't think he's a good look, but she looking at the money. As long as the money ain't dried up, and we know people are dropping him. You could be a billionaire one day in this country, and as soon as they pull your card, just like they did Kanye, oops, you don't own all the issue pretending you own. You know, just like me, I'm a homeowner. I pay a mortgage. Let me up. They gonna probably come. Oh, honey, you've been paying them notes. You don't have the deed. So that's with anything, you know. So until the money is gone and things really get kind of messy for her, she gonna ride this out. Another thing that I read is that they're probably looking at, they gotta find somebody, some woman, as a PR or something to align Diddy with to make him more palatable. He's never been married, so maybe he might need to get married. I mean, they gonna have to do something.
Yeah, well, if he get married, I don't think he should get married to Carisha Please. I think he should just get married to a regular girl.
I think he should get married to a man or whatever he wants to.
No, I think if he get married to a man, I think that's a bad play for him. I would stay away from a man.
Well, everybody's saying that he is closeted and everything. I just feel he needs to just do whatever he wants to do.
Well, he might be closeted, but at the end of the day, if he does come out and be with a man, it's not going to be genuine. It's people going to feel like he's doing it because he was pressured. It wasn't honesty. And then if he do get with a man, then he got to worry about the Republicans taking gay marriage away for his ass. I mean, that's just too much shit. If he's going to do this, he needs to do a business sense, and he needs to get with a woman, not a man. He needs to get with a woman that is not in a limelight, that is pretty much is going to be, what you call those women, a pick-me. He needs a pick-me that's going to be pro-black, that is going to just show black excellence. He needs a pick-me, just like R. Kelly. R. Kelly had certain girls, because when the R. Kelly girls, when they were speaking in that interview and they were standing up for R. Kelly, even though they're young as fuck, girl, they was very much pick-me, R. Kelly. He needs an older pick-me, okay? A black pick-me that would be great for him.
That one girl, she looked like she was gonna give Gail the business. She was so hot. I forget her, Ariel.
Yes,
she was so hot about it.
But she was so articulate though. At that time, she was so articulate. I was like, okay, girl. They dressed nice. They was looking nice.
Did you hear and just FYI, everybody talking about that book Bling. It is hard to find, honey, but my Amazon copy will be here in 2 days. Okay, so I'm gonna read that. And I also read that Erica Kennedy, she did make a statement, and I'll try to find it, that it was, she didn't say, she never said it is about Diddy, but in her statement, she said, well, if I was going to write a book about P. Diddy, people would buy it. So there is some association with P. Diddy. So we know that it's probably loosely based on that. And the last thing I heard today, just shortly, was that he made Cassie have relations with his son's girl. Can you imagine that? So maybe he was sharing Lori Harvey with the son. Okay, girl. I just called in to say that.
Well, I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you. Please call me back. All right. Calling from 623. You're live on the air. 623.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Michael Todd, and I'm calling because I think Cassie definitely had not only receipts, she had videos, and she probably had pictures. I think the reason that he settled so quickly is because what happened is that the lawyer said, okay, you want to go to court or do you want to settle? And so he probably went, let me see what kind of evidence you got. And when Cassie pulled out those videotapes and those pictures, that made him settle real quick. I think you need more than just people saying that he did it, and she had witnesses saying he did it. I think she was smart enough to be, slick enough to have some videotape.
Got it. So she been holding on to videotapes for all these years?
Yes, exactly. I've been around for a long time. And I went through something similar with that when I was going through a breakup with this man in San Francisco. And I knew that I had to videotape him in order for my case to stand up in court. And even though I illegally I illegally taped him, what happened is that when we went to court and they were doing a deposition, during the deposition, he lied and said that he never said the things that I had on the tape. So when a person lies in a deposition, you can bring the videotape into court because I had it done into a manuscript. So when the attorney started reading the manuscript during the deposition, he was like saying, "Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that." And so he said, "Okay." And so by the time we got to court, he told the judge that he didn't say it. And my attorney said, "You know what? We have a manuscript saying that," and then saying that, yes, he did admit, what I was saying in the courtroom that he was saying that he didn't do. And I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I wrote a book about it called Hey Puddin'. And so what happened, I ended up winning in court. It's because I had more than just receipts, and I had people saying that, the way that I had been treated. I had to illegally tape him to win in court. And I think she did the same thing.
Got it. Okay. Well, I thank you so much for giving us that insight.
And I just
sorry, I thought he was done. I'm sorry. Calling from 816. You're live on the air. Is this my troll? Okay, my troll is gone. All right. So hey, the lines are open. Nobody is there. If you guys want to call in at this time to weigh in. And also if you guys want to click that link to come up here in the live stream to talk a little bit, to give your opinion, your side of it. So if you have any questions about this with this Puff Daddy, feel free to leave it in the comments section so we can hear you and we can see you out. Tamika says Cassie is allegedly pregnant. Is that time to get her back? Yes, and she's gonna get a lot of money, ain't she? Ooh-wee. Baby, Cassie, she's gonna get all that money, but I don't think it's worth it. And I want to know, speaking about money, do you think that it was worth it? They say that she is alleged to get $100 million. Okay. If you could go back and you can step in Cassie's shoes, would you do that? Would you get involved with Diddy if you know in the outcome you're gonna get $100 million? Press 1 if you would. Press 2 if hell no, you would not. You feel like, hey, that all your years gone and getting beaten, stomped, and scared, it ain't worth $100 million. Some people would. Shit, some people are going through worse right now and then getting shit for it. Okay. So everybody is different. So let's go here because it was this tape right here. It says Diddy goes after Suge Knight for exposing his dirty secret.
New news. Same time he beat the out of motherfucking what's a little girl named Cassie or whatever. He had an assistant by the name of Capricorn. He felt Capricorn. Cap was keeping this on the low about if she was messing with Cuddy or not. Puffy beat the out that bitch. Not only did he beat the out of her, it was an Interscope person, the Interscope check that paid her to settle before he wouldn't go to jail.
You've heard of the golden rule, haven't you?
So it looks like Diddy is about to get himself into a whole new mess because he is now threatening to go after Suge Knight after Suge spilled some of Diddy's messiest secrets. Suge had a lot to say about Diddy's current mess with Cassie and he did not hold back. Well, word on the streets is that Diddy is now threatening to take Suge out for daring to speak against him. And Suge better watch his back because Diddy is not here to play either.
I think Diddy can't do much. I think Diddy, your hands are tied. I think the clear people are on to you and they had enough of Diddy shit. And I think the clear people have paid Suge Knight to even talk about you. I'm sure the people behind the scenes, the clear people that's against you, Diddy, when you tried to paint them as a R card, because the clear people do not play when y'all try to accuse them of the R word. They are tired of y'all shit. Y'all keep on accusing everybody the R word. They said no longer. We gonna make your ass know it. So I feel that the clear people pay Suge Knight some ding dongs, some cupcakes. I don't know what his ass eating, some food in that goddamn jail. Okay, to say some shit against Diddy, whether it's true or false, I don't know. Okay, that's what I suspect. I can't prove it, but that's how I fucking feel. Okay, so yes, honey, Diddy, you done did it now, and I think Diddy can't do shit. If he wanted to do stuff, I think them clear people are on him and they looking at him real tight. And any move he makes, they're gonna be on him like white on rice. They're gonna be on him like the Democrats on Donald Trump. Okay. They're gonna be on him like the Democrats on Donald Trump. And you know the Democrats ain't letting Donald Trump go. Okay. So let's go.
I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which you never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so y'all remember how I said the whole industry seems to be coming after Diddy? Well, it turns out that was very accurate because now Suge Knight has decided to dive headfirst into the drama. And let me tell y'all, the stuff he's spilling about Diddy is downright mind-blowing. And if you thought Cassie's lawsuit was a wild ride, well, buckle up, Buttercup, because Suge's latest revelations have taken things from bad to are you kidding me levels. Now, just to give you a quick refresher, Suge and Diddy have been at each other's throats for a good 3 decades now. I mean, their beef goes way back to Notorious B.I.G. East Coast versus West Coast rap feud that went on for years. Back in the day, Suge Knight ran with Death Row Records, and he had Tupac Shakur as his main guy. And on the flip side, Diddy was the man behind Bad Boy Records, and he had Biggie Smalls in his corner. Now, Tupac and Biggie weren't exactly besties because they had some serious
looking to see if they got.
All right, so that is a commercial. So anything else you guys want to say or talk from this? Okay. Let me see here. I'm going to try to play. So they're pretty much just trying to say that Diddy is going after Suge Knight for exposing his secrets. Do you guys think that's accurate? Do you think that Diddy is going after Suge Knight? Press 1 if you feel like shitty. If you feel like Diddy is not going after anybody, press 4. I just feel like Diddy, he cannot afford to go after anybody at this point. He's going to have to sit tight and he's going to have to take that. You know how Diddy tell people to take that. Diddy is going to have to take that. He going to have to take this shit. Okay. He going to have to take it. Okay. It is Diddy time to be a bottom. Diddy, it is your time to be a full bottom, my man. Okay. My guy. My guy. Diddy is spreading them cheeks for everybody. Every motherfucker getting some. Okay. Suge gonna get some. Everybody got something to say. Okay. So I don't know what else to say with this case. You know, a lot of people are letting him go. A lot of people are disassociating themselves with Diddy. And they really screwing him in because his name is a mess and nobody want to be involved and bothered. And it's big people at the top that is not showing their hand. Like you don't know who they are, you know, but they are working behind the scenes to put this brother down because he just did not know his place. You got to know your place. You got to know your place. Gigi, why did you think Kimora isn't speaking up? Why do I think she's not speaking up? Because she's afraid to die. You know, she feels that, hey, this nigga done killed so many other people. His ass might still try to take me out of here. Diddy might be so depressed, he may try to take himself out of here. And on the way he taking himself, he might take Kimora ass down too. Okay? you know, sometimes when motherfuckers, when they ready to go, they take some other people too. That's why I be scared. Like a motherfucker tell me, oh, they ready to go. They trying to leave this earth. I be like, oh, hell no, you ain't sleeping under my roof, bitch. No, you gonna be ready to go and take other people with you. That's what I be fearing because I'm paranoid. So no, if people that's gonna take themselves away from here, that's that depressed, I'd rather for them to sleep at the hotel or somewhere else. I don't trust you. The powers that baby groomed them for all. He already killed two of Kimora friends. Right. So Valerie, you know she's next. You know she's gonna be next. Okay. And that's what she's scared of. Or she afraid that something may happen to her kids, you know? So if I was Kimora Lee, shit, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. And he's already getting done. I mean, the clear people are already doing a good job of making his ass know it. Shit, what the hell I'm gonna add to it? Some more gossip? Hell no, let them work it out. I'm gonna pray about it, and I'm gonna allow God to seize my enemies. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let God do it. That's what I be thinking if I was Kimora Lee. I got kids and shit, bitch. Ain't nobody got time for that. He's getting his. Okay, shit. I'll be scared of that. I don't want to be next. So what else y'all got to say about this? What other questions y'all got? Diddy is Nino Brown. Ooh, child. Please let's not put Nino Brown in the chat, bitch. Okay. This is a big discussion. Yes, it is. Two bridesmaids from her wedding that were friend of Kimora and Kim. Ooh-wee. All right. Well, any other things you guys have to say about this? Not Nino. That's what they said, child. Don't you go back talking about I was talking about his ass because I wasn't. Okay, I know how you bitches try to get. Okay, you want to start a war. Okay, in these YouTube streets, I ain't never beef with no bitches, and I don't want to start today. Okay, so shout out, shit, Nino Brown. He got a big fan base. I ain't trying to fuck with him. No way. Shit. Okay, I want to know. Thank you, CBC, MCB. I want to know who did to Diddy what he did to Cassie. I want to know who did to Diddy some clear dude. I don't know. Somebody he was trying to sue and say they were the R word because he didn't have his way. That's what it is. Oh, a lot of people agreeing saying Cassie would have had accountability. Do you think I don't think so? Okay, I don't know what? Damn. Now that's a question. Yeah, so any other questions you guys have for Diddy and this Young Miami situations? Ask me and I'm gonna let you know. Ooh, damn. Tessa did a video 7 hours ago and it did over 100K. Come on, Tessa. Girl. Ooh, she could get it. Ain't she getting it? Let's play a little bit. Okay, because this is an iconic little show right here.
Had a compilation of her favorite songs, talking about which one is your favorite Young Miami. Now, I'm not going to go into every song, but the gist of all those songs is the fact that she's standing by her man. You know what other girls scared to do, baby. She do it. She talking about her grip, right?
Okay, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Tessa. Okay, Tessa tells. Okay, they said Tessa, not Tisa. Tessa. Okay, Tessa. Okay, Tessa is ahead. Okay, well, comment, let us know. Okay, we got a phone call. Calling from if you don't stop for pause. Calling from 256. You're live on the air, 256.
I wanted to bring this question up. I saw someone post, Black Pearl posted in the chat, and a lot of people are discussing this. It's about Cassie not having accountability. And so everybody's saying, you know, like at some point she was making choices. She should be accountable for what she did. She was complicit in some of it. And I just feel like, how can you expect somebody who was groomed at the age of 19 to show any kind of account? Like, he literally molded her into who she became, the decisions she made. Even Young Jock said in the interview that when Cassie shaved her head, when Cassie's head got shaved on the side, he was partying with Diddy, and they saw, and Diddy saw a clear person with their head shaved. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And he told Cassie to come here. And he was like, Cassie, we're going to get your head shaved tomorrow. And she was like, okay. And Young Jock was like, Cassie, you going to shave your head for real? And she was just like, whatever Diddy wants, you know, that's what I'm going to do. I feel like there was no way on the planet that she could, you know, turn against him or tell him she didn't. I mean, we obviously know through all of these reports, anytime she disagreed with him, she got beat to smithereens. So I just want to know, how can she was coaxed and coerced and beaten to do, like, treated like a slave. It's almost like the equivalent of when Yeezy said slavery was a choice. What was the other choice? Death, if you didn't do what they say. I feel like she did what she had to do to survive that situation, and to some people gained enough compassion for her, probably feeling like, if we don't get her out of here, he's going to kill this girl. And I think Jean said that they got her out of there. And I just want to know, how can people expect Cassie, like, what kind of accountability are they expecting? I just don't think she should have to.
Well, I think that I can understand both sides of the coin. For those people that feel that, you know what, you're 19, it's been plenty of times you could have left. People feel like you were 19, you knew what you were going for, you wanted money and you wanted to live that lifestyle. And oftentimes you will hear, if you go after those hood rappers, they ain't shit, and you gonna get beat down and you're gonna get cheated on. I mean, back in the 90s, that's what these niggas did, and everybody knew it. It was no secret. You know, when you're dealing with drug dealers and rappers and thugs, they're criminals, they're bad guys, and you have a lot of girls that did go after that. You had girls that felt like, you know, if my man is not a real man, if he ain't beating me, if he not beating me, he's a weak ass man, and I don't want him. So some people feel like, shit, hey, if they was in that situation 19, they would have left. And some people would have stayed because they wanted that money. So, and I guess you feel that, hey, she's 19, she's helpless, she don't know any better. Well, where the parents at this point? Who raised the hoe? I mean, who raised her ass, you know? But I don't know where her parents at and what she was looking for. Diddy is twice her age, like, but back in those days, I guess that's what some girls looked at as something nice. A man that's twice your age and has the money. And I think that's what possibly people are looking at as well, is what was her motivation of being with Puffy? He's not a church guy, he's not a man of God. What was the point of being with him when he already have a reputation of being a bad guy? He has a record label, Bad Boys.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say
like
to that? Like, what do you say to girls that are constantly going with thugs that don't hide their bad person, that is rumors that they're an evil person, and people tell you don't get with them, but they end up getting them in the way. And when they get hit the first time, they stay and they stay. So some people are tired of excusing that type of behavior. Now, some people will always cuddle that, and some people will always cuddle women in that position. So I think everybody has their different opinions about it.
Yeah, Black Girl just said agreed, Messy. She said Cassie should. So I feel like it was the type of thing like, okay, I tried it, and then once she got in, she couldn't get out, kind of like a mob or a gang, like. And then she has family, and he has so much money, power, and influence. And when in terms of her parents, I'm pretty sure, like, what can her parents do to a billionaire, but end up getting unalive like everybody else that tries to speak on his name in public? And
well, when I talked about parents, I was talking about, you know, when you grow, you would think your parents will instill X, Y, and Z in you. But at the end of the day, she's 19. Mm-hmm. I think that's another point to the other side, is she's grown, or in their eyes, she's grown. Mm-hmm. And it depends. Some people don't see 19 as grown. Everybody got their different beliefs. Like Krishan Rock. People feel like she's 23, she's still a baby. So people are going to baby her and they're going to coddle her, and they have every right to do that. And then you have other people that feels like, no, Krishan Rock, she's the most evil person, and da da da. Everybody got different beliefs. So I feel like with you, with 19 Cassie, you know, you feel for her, and as you should, because you feel that she was naive. You feel like Diddy put a pow to her head and say,
Mhm.
bitch, you ain't gonna go nowhere. You're gonna stay with me for all these years, and you're gonna eat my ass for all these
Mhm.
years. And every time she wanted to leave out, she was like, no, I gotta eat this ass, because if I don't eat this ass, he's gonna beat my ass. So I'd rather eat some ass and get my ass beat. So she stayed,
Right.
you know, and that just made her stay.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then what made her go? Like, because I'm still
Do
thinking,
y'all remember when she first? I'm sorry not to cut you off, but when she first left, do y'all remember when Diddy was like, "Anybody seen Cassie? I'll pay y'all if y'all bring Cassie back. Where Cassie at? Somebody find Cassie for me." He was, and I was like, he's spiraling because she knows all this stuff, and because I know she had to run away. I'm pretty sure he didn't know she was leaving. Y'all just tell her to come back. I miss her. I love her. Yada yada yada. I was like, he's on national TV saying he's looking for Cassie. Somebody find Cassie. Anybody, I'll pay y'all. Bring Cassie back. I've just felt like I knew then she had to sneak away, and he wouldn't let her leave. So that's just me, you know.
got it. No, I feel you. You feel like she could not leave. Okay. And I guess other people feel like she did have a choice. So I don't know how you guys are ever going to come to a common ground, because both of you guys have different beliefs, and I understand both valid points. One person believes that you do have options and choices. Maybe she didn't have the strength. Maybe she wasn't brave enough to make those options and choices when she did have them, right? So I
Right.
think that that's the play too. And we don't know people's strengths. We don't know how brave individuals are. A lot of times we look at a person and we say, well, we was in her situation. I know I have the strength to do this. But that person may not have the strength to speak out at the time, or
Right.
to leave. Maybe she not. And then it could be a situation where maybe she did have the strength, and maybe she was cool with that shit because she wanted that money. And now, you know, the Me Too movement, she
Mhm.
gonna jump on that wave. I mean, there's so many options that it could be. We would never know. All we're doing is gossiping and speculating, because Cassie and Diddy is
Mhm.
not here. And even if Diddy and Cassie did tell their story, who's to say they're absolutely telling the truth in it all? So nobody would really never know.
Right. And she always said that she was really chill, laid back, almost like she was kind of like an introvert when she spoke about her personality. And I felt like, as far as people thinking, you know, she should have went to court, she probably, when I was in a situation where I was being abused, I started having panic attacks. I had so much anxiety, and me being like an extreme extrovert, going out to events and doing things with my friends, I just wanted, like, I didn't want any confrontation. Like, I didn't want any type of confrontation. I didn't want any situation where I had to try to like advocate. I could advocate for anybody else, but like when it came to advocating for myself, I was fighting in that situation so long, I just ran away from it. And unless you've been abused, you really don't know like what it does to your mind. And I feel like that's probably where she is. Like she probably does not have the strength to fight for herself and advocate for herself, honestly, because she went through a lot of abuse. I didn't even go through some of the stuff, obviously, I didn't go through the things she went through, but I could just imagine it would be very, very hard to advocate for yourself and find the strength and courage to do that.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, I'll
I,
keep you on hold if you don't mind. I'm gonna add some other people. Black Pearl says, once you in, can't get out. But I still think Cassie at least has the responsibility to stand up to her claims instead of taking the money and hiding like a rat. I thought she would stand up. Well, Black Pearl, I feel like she knew she wouldn't have to stand up, and that's the reason why she did it like this. Because the people behind her that's smart and calculated say, "Listen, you won't ever have to do a day in court. Trust me. Once we put this shit out, he's gonna fold. Trust me." And that's what she did. And if I was Cassie, y'all not gonna like me. I do the same shit Cassie did. Get my money and go, bitch. Fuck you, me. Shit. Okay. That's what I don't want to sit up in a thing. It seemed like Cassie, I don't know what she's doing, but it doesn't seem like she's chasing fame. It doesn't seem like she wants fame. If that's the case, she can write a book, can't she? Is she coming out with a tell-all book? I don't think so. But she got her money this way, and she got a lot of money, and I'm sure she's cool with the money she got. They say she got a baby coming. She got a new man, and she probably gonna treat that man real good. Cause didn't she say that man saved her? So, you know.
That was probably how she got out, because he was their trainer.
Possibly. Maybe he was in her ear.
That's crazy. All those people watching her be abused like that, and it took, and I hate to say it took a clear person that was close to them and probably saw it on a regular basis. They were probably working out several times a week to talk to her and give her the confidence to get out. And that's probably how she ended up marrying him. Like you said, she felt like he saved her from that.
Yeah. But when we talk about abuse, a lot of people in this chat, they witness abuse all the time. Sometimes their husband are doing it. Sometimes they doing it to their damn kids. Sometimes they was raised in it. Abuse is so normal in this community that it's not even okay. And somebody got their ass whooped. Okay, and I mean, I think on social media it's more of an outrage, but I think how genuine is that outrage when your whole community is going through hell?
Right.
You don't got no outrage there.
Desensitized to it.
But when it's on the internet, but hey, maybe I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
No, I feel you. You saying like they desensitized to it. You see it so much within your community, especially where people are marginalized. They don't have anything and they're struggling. Mental illness and depression is running rampant and people are lashing out. You see it all the time. But
yeah, it's just like a woman would sit here, her man is cheating on her, and she stand with her husband, but she'll get on here and roast out another woman that's getting cheated on. Now I don't mind, I don't give a fuck because it's gossip. And I think I do some hypocritical shit too. And I think a lot of people, most are hypocrites.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I'm an empath though, so I've been following it, and I just, I just hope, I honestly hope he gets he comes to justice. I don't know. They say that Cassie is supposed to be going into WITSEC, and it just takes a long time and to get everything together to put a person in WITSEC. And Kim was kind of like, Kim had a burner phone, and she was doing a lot of talking and plotting with Cassie. Because I know Kim is smart, so she's older, she's smart. She knew she had to compile a lot of evidence, right? Because they said that he had cameras, of course, all in Kim's house and all of this stuff. So he watches everything they do. Even though they're gone, he knows where they are, and he's watching them. And I just feel like, but Kim was like they said, Kim was stronger, she was braver, and she was making more moves. Because he had already he had unalived one of Kim's boyfriends. The one that he worked at a record label or something like that. He unalived him, so it probably gave Kim more of a motivation to fight, to fight. And I feel like that was probably also, I don't know if I necessarily believe it was the book. I believe, like they're saying, Kim was plotting and putting things together in place and compiling evidence. Like Kim reached out to Cassie because she had got the tape that Diddy paid the $50,000 for, where he was abusing Cassie in the hallway. Somehow Kim got that tape, and she called Cassie like, hey, like, what's going on? Probably like, we need to, take him. And then Cassie got beat when he found the burner phone and pulled her phone records and seen the text. So I think it was Kim was doing more than just writing a book. I think Kim was trying to take him down.
Possibly. Black Pearl says, I agree with both of you actually, but what I'm not hearing is Cassie accountability in all this because she was paid very well. She would not have taken this from a broke man. And I think that's agree. I agree with you, Black Pearl. Of course, if this is a black man, I mean a poor man, first of all, Cassie wouldn't have those big powers that be behind her to help her through this shit because it would be
Mm-hmm.
no investment. It would no value. It's no value in a broke nigga. Okay. So what are we doing here? Puff Daddy, he's a valuable man because of his riches and because what he's trying to do. And it's more moving parts. It's not just Cassie involved. I feel that it's bigger, clear people behind the scenes that is
Mm-hmm.
using Cassie as a puppet to shut Diddy down. Okay. If we can't shut you one way, Diddy, we'll shut you another way. And I know you say Black Pearl, Cassie, where's her part to play in it? You know what I think, Black Pearl? This could be this may not be Cassie's idea. Maybe it's her boyfriend idea. Maybe the clear man have talked to her boyfriend and made a deal and he didn't talk to Cassie because it seemed like Cassie is a follower. She does not have a leader
Mm-hmm.
personality. So whatever her man pretty much says, I think she's going to follow. I mean, she went from one captain to the next captain. She was following Diddy until another man came into her ear and say, I can do better. You don't deserve this. Come with me. And that's what she did. So she looks at him as that's my savior. He knows best for me. So I think the
Mm-hmm.
boyfriend definitely have a more hand to play at here. And I think that she's going to, listen to her man.
Exactly. Black Pearl, my thing is, I feel like I want to understand what you're saying, but why you feel that way. I feel like it's more like perception versus perspective. I just don't understand, like, what choice did you feel Cassie had? Like,
I
honestly, like, we talking about a real life, like, whole, he has an organized, he has, it's like organized crime. It's like the mob. This dude is a billionaire. Like, seriously, unless her family and herself and her children lives are at stake for speaking up on this dude. We all know, everybody knows that she spoke up like the way you're suggesting she does and takes accountability for this. We all know, like, he's going to unalive her and probably also a whole family. Like, he a whole monster. What choice does Cassie have?
I think
That's what I'm
that
saying.
I
Like,
think that a Black Pearl, I think you got to realize Cassie is not your hero. She's not your hero. She's not trying to be a hero. Okay. She is just trying to, I guess, get her lick back or get what's owed to her, but she's not trying to be your hero. And I think that it's unfair for people to trying to make Cassie their hero or try to make Cassie, oh my
mm,
God, you're my savior. Come and tear down Diddy. That's not what she's about.
that's
She could
it.
have been that. That's not who
That's
she
it.
is. That's not who she is. She's not your
That's it.
hero.
That was the perfect way to put it. We cannot make her the poster woman for
Thank
taking
you.
down Diddy.
Right.
That's not who she is. That's just simple. That's the simplest way to put it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Cassie got what she was in for eventually. Well, I don't know. Is that fair to say that I don't know. I don't know Cassie. I know she did want a career. And why did she get with Diddy? I don't know. Cuz Diddy is he's always known to be a not good person. Um so I don't know. I don't know. And usually when you're dealing with abusers, most people will tell you don't deal with him. And I'm sure she was warned. I mean, bad dudes have a reputation everybody know about, you know. So, I don't know. But I'm gonna add another caller. Calling from 786. You're live on the air.
Hello, hello. How is everyone
Hey.
doing? Hello, Queen.
Good. Talk to me. Your thoughts about this?
Yes, I do. I spoke about this with another YouTuber, and I was just in my feelings. I was wrapped up tight with the Holy Ghost, but I'm a bit more calm now. And I just wanted to say the idea of people vilifying her because she wanted to get her reparations is insane to me. Because as Black...
Hello? Did she hang up? Could you call back? Because something happened. 562, you still there? 256?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah,
She was
the
saying
caller
that
hung
it's
up.
insane the people. I don't know. It sounded like her phone died. It hung up very abruptly.
Right. What?
She'll probably call back. But she was right. She was about to say that people are vilifying Cassie, and that is insane because everybody wants everybody wants their 40 acres and a mule. I keep bringing this back to the slavery reference. Exactly what were slaves supposed to do until, you know what I'm saying? What were they supposed to do, honestly, until they had the clip people on their side? You see, it took the clip people to, help with the fight in slavery. So
Okay,
I don't think people are being fair.
Let's talk about the slavery since that's your analogy. Well, some people will say, well, they give kudos to the slaves that jumped off of the boat and killed themselves. They prefer you to take yourself out of here than to be a slave to that. So people are saying there's always a choice if we want to flip both sides of the coin. And you say, is it ridiculous, or it's ridiculous that people will make that assumption? I don't think it's ridiculous because that is how people think. And I'm sure Cassie know when she come out here, people are going to be against her. People are going to question. But like I said, she's not here for y'all. I don't think y'all realize that. Cassie is not here for y'all. Okay. Cassie is here for her. Okay. Fuck y'all. She not your hero. She ain't looking out for y'all. Okay. Stop the shit. I guess some people feel that, okay, because he your enemy, he our enemy, we gonna be friends together. Hell no, that's not the case here. Okay. So
I even thought maybe because I know when Kanye did his little thing and he made his comment about the Jewish community, they were saying that he wasn't being paid fairly by Adidas and he was trying to get out of his contract. And, he was kind of like on some, just he sabotaged himself to get out of his contract. That's basically what that situation was. That's what I feel. And I think he alluded to that too. Because he wasn't getting the money that people thought he was getting. And we all seen how hard they made it, for Kanye to break into the fashion industry anyway, when he was holding those people's ranch to dip their fries in and all of this type of stuff in the limo, and they were treating him like a do boy. So I was wondering, I was like, okay, they got this. Diddy has his lawsuit with this conglomerate. What if Diddy's, because Cassie been minding her own business. She been to herself. Ain't nobody said nothing. I was like, what if Diddy did this? But nah, he losing too much. But I was like, what if Diddy did this to get out of the contract with Deleon? I kind of thought about that too. What if because I was like, it was done in a way where it couldn't bring any criminal charges against him. And it was over before it even started. Within 24 hours, it was settled. Just enough to, have people drop him and kind of like drop some contracts. I was like, what if he was in bed with, because he thinks he a monster. He probably was some real monsters. The Deleon people, this 80 billion company. I was like, what if that's the case? I mean, I know he beat these people and all of this stuff, but what if it was like a ploy to get out of that contract where he's suing those people? But I don't know.
I think that's a stretch. So you mean to tell me him and Cassie is working together to give her money so he can get out that contract? I think that he's losing so much. Who will want their name out here like that? I don't think so. I think that's a real stretch. And I'm so surprised that it came from you. I'm surprised that it came from you. Talking about Jeezy. We talking about Puffy.
Okay. And we know him.
Hold on. Are you talking about Jeezy or Puffy? I'm confused now. I thought we was talking about Diddy.
Yeezy. Look how Yeezy has his name out.
Well, let's not talk about Yeezy because you're going to get me confused.
Publicity as a...
Let's not talk about Yeezy. No, you're going to get me confused.
About how Yeezy
let's
made that
Yeezy
comment about the Jewish people because he wanted out of that Adidas contract.
Yeah, let's not say that J word either. Okay. Yeah,
I'm
let's
sorry.
leave them out of here.
But he made that comment to get, and I was just thinking, what if Diddy from that book to get out of his situation? Because remember, he's in a lawsuit with his people.
And I mean, I know it's a stretch, but I just thought about it.
Because Kanye West, he doesn't have, ain't nobody coming out and say he's doing what they saying that Diddy is doing. What Diddy is doing is horrible. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's add someone else. Calling from 678. You're live on the air.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Are we still talking about? Good. How are you?
Yeah, we're still talking about Diddy and Young Miami and all that.
And Young Miami. Okay. Well, I wanted to say the thing about people are asking why would Cassie ever get with Diddy. I just wanted to kind of play her devil's advocate, even though she already had somebody on her side. I just feel like I remember reading that Diddy was like relentlessly chasing her, and she had a boyfriend. And when she would bring her boyfriend around, he would like stun him. You know what I mean? And that one day he raped her while she was with her boyfriend.
Are her?
I'm sorry. He R'd her while she was with her boyfriend, and that's why she walked away like from there. I just thought that was so sad. I feel bad for Cassie. Like,
time out.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're saying she had a boyfriend while she was with Puffy.
Yeah.
And Puffy
it was
used
like
to son
Anthony Hall or something.
Okay, hold on. And Puffy used to son her man. So and then
no.
What?
No, not her man. No, I'm saying that what the article said was that he said that there was some sort of show for her to do in Miami, right? And when she flew out to Miami, he raped her. I mean, he
R her. Okay,
so
time out.
yes.
Diddy R
It was
Cassie.
just her there, not her man.
Diddy R Cassie.
When right at the start of their relationship, at the beginning.
Okay,
you know what I mean? That's how
time out, because I want to get an understanding. What's your name? Andrea. Okay, because sometimes how you're talking, I'm getting lost in translation. Okay, so Andrea, you state that Cassie was in a relationship with Diddy. In the beginning of Cassie and Diddy relationship, Diddy R'd Cassie.
I state that Cassie.
No, I'm asking you. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
No, almost.
Lord have mercy.
Cassie had a boyfriend before.
Yeah, we got that part. We got that part. I'm asking you.
And then,
okay. In the beginning, is that correct? What you just said? Cassie and Diddy, when they first got together, Diddy R'd Cassie. Correct or no?
That's what the article said. Yes.
Okay, that's the article said. Okay, so you came here and you're stating that the reason why Cassie got involved with Diddy is because of what again?
I think she got sucked into a situation that she I think her situation got bigger than her. I think
her situation got what?
The situation got too large. Like she was in a relationship with somebody else, and she just had relations.
Got it. Okay, so for me, it would feel like this, Cassie. You have a boyfriend, and this other man comes and emasculates your boyfriend. Why would you want to clown like that? Why wouldn't you just leave that situation alone? Because you already know he's an evil person to emasculate anybody.
I agree.
Why would you even associate yourself with that person? That person is a scum. Take yourself out of here. And for a man to come on to you when he knows you have a boyfriend, that lets you know he does not respect you or your man.
Ultimate.
Right. So it was, like I said, it was signs that Diddy was a creep. He was a signs that Diddy was horrible.
Yeah. No,
but I thought
right.
you came up here to give me a point where why she would go with him. And I seen somebody in the comment section, they said, well, that's her boss. That's even more reason not to fuck with your boss. Why would you want to be intimate with your boss? Why would you want to be intimate with a person that you rent from? Why? You don't mix business with pleasure. You just don't. Even though I know y'all do. Shit, y'all gonna do what y'all do.
No, I don't.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do. I don't give a damn. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying You know, that's not a reason to get involved with somebody because they're your boss. That's not a reason to get involved with
I just feel
someone.
like I don't think she had a choice. I don't think she had a choice in the matter at all. I'm pretty sure it's probably one of those scenarios where he's super aggressive sexually, and the audacity of someone telling him no. They first encounter, didn't he R her on the first encounter?
Yeah, we just said that. No, she said when they
Yeah,
got
so
together, 6, 7, 8. Andrea said he R'd her when they first got into a relationship.
Kinda, yeah, yeah.
She never stood a chance. That young lady never stood.
I'm sorry, she was so green. Like, I don't know. But
You don't
Miami,
start.
I think
You don't stop cognitively developing until you're 25 years old.
Got it.
She just never stood a
Somebody
chance.
said, Gigi, it's easy for you to say that, but Diddy has money and he probably forced her and threatened her.
and he has a lot of victims too, even men too, for real. Like even grown men
he has
have
men victims.
to Diddy though. Like I don't know what he be putting in. I don't know. Like maybe he uses drugs or I mean, she claimed he uses drugs too. So I don't know.
I just feel like this.
I mean,
I understand that, you know, people are going to side who they side with and cuddle who they cuddle. But if somebody argue and threaten to force you, if I'm going to project, I'm going to do my best to leave that situation.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how much money, because you guys keep on throwing that money out here. He got money.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of young people these days, they don't really have like the life, like, I don't know. They don't really seem to be making like know right from wrong. Like,
Okay, Andrea, I'm really gotta stop you there.
Seem like they're having a hard time
Andrea,
right now.
Andrea, it's not just young people, it's the older people too. Let's not do that generation shit, because the older people they have a horrible
90 seconds
and horrible track record of marriages and failed relationships and just doomed situations. So I can never look at a young person and say, oh my God, it's just you young people, you young people. Just look at the old motherfuckers. Can we do that?
Yeah.
For example, the person we're talking about, Diddy, ain't his ass, he's not young at all.
60 seconds.
Right, Diddy 50 something.
Right. So what about go ahead.
I just saw a comment that when he first initially signed her, he signed her to a 10-album deal, and I saw that too, and I was like, I wonder if he thought Cassie was going to be a cash cow for him.
But the thing is, they said Cassie was just a MySpace like girl. She wasn't even a singer. So for him to really sign her into an album, that was diabolical. Like he wanted to own her for life, because it was no way she was gonna develop into a Beyonce. Like she wasn't that.
No. So we're talking about Diddy, right? You have to think.
Yeah.
Diddy. Look what Diddy turned Uptown Records into. Bad Boy
10
Records.
seconds.
Now Love Records. Diddy is like the conglomerate of the century when it comes to, like, if anybody could turn her into a Beyonce, he could have. But I feel like he just got too personal. I feel like his initial goal was to take this beautiful girl and turn her into a cash cow and own her, because he had groomed her. But then he got too personal with her. And then it got to the point where, you know, he started abusing her so much that he just wanted to kind of keep her hidden and use her as a trophy. And all of these allegations were coming out. So he just made her practically like his beer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Because if you look at it, Cassie was charting. When people like me and you, she was charting.
Yeah.
And so something happened. I feel like when he got personally involved with Cassie, that's when because obviously he's super jealous. We know that. He beat up Kim. He blew up Kid Cudi's car. He unalived one of her boyfriends that she was in love with. So we know how jealous he is. When he got personally involved with Cassie, he didn't want her to get too big to be able to leave, and he wanted to keep her under his thumb. He's so demonic.
Yeah,
Either
no,
way it
it's
goes, he didn't have any
very
good
much
intentions for her. It was either he was going to work her to death and make her a cash cow to make him rich and steal her
and
her
that's what we
money.
do with everybody, though. It's facts. Because, I mean, it's a pattern.
But has anybody noticed how close him and MJ are? They said MJ was pregnant by him at one point.
I'm talking about Mary.
Yeah, MJ was pregnant by him, and all of a sudden, but him and MJ are good. He was trying to like make nice because Mace came out and started speaking out against him. But MJ, she, I think he might have given her publishing rights back, and I think that's why they so goody goody.
All right. So let's add, I want to add another caller. Calling from 213. You're live on the air, 213.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I wanted to add something on there. You got to remember who Puffy started out being to begin with. When you get people like him, they start small and they begin to gain confidence as they make more money and put their foot in more water and get more respect. Everything that's done in the dark comes to the light after a while. He's been doing things like this to people for a long time that we didn't even know about. It's just not Cassie. It was also J-Lo too. It was J-Lo too. You remember how he made her wear that dress? Think about it. Go back to the time that he was dating J-Lo. He made her wear that dress, most talked about dress ever. Then he took her to the club and the shooting went down. She had the gun in her purse. That was her escape route. That's how Jennifer Lopez got away from him. Then he made the song I Need a Girl, added Loom on there. He used his friend Biggie. He became a billionaire behind him. He cussed at his mom. He misused and abused everybody around him. He dropped these famous people, Mace, and then use and abuse them, get rid of them. Start a TV show, use and abuse them, get rid of them. So as he began to develop in life, he has always been that person. Remember when he first came out? Nobody really ever liked Puffy, if you think about it. We all loved Little Kim. We all loved Junior Mafia, Little C's, Biggie, Mary J. Blige. Even though she wasn't signed to them, she still was, always with Lil' Kim and stuff like that. We always loved people like her, Faith Evans, but we just never liked him.
Diddy was never loved by the people. He wasn't.
It was always something about him. And even Tupac used to say it. He used to always tell us all the time. After a while, he stopped yelling at Biggie and he started using the reference, Bad Boys. It's him in the background, pulling the strings. It has always been him. If you think about it, if you go all the way back to when they first started, it has always been Puffy. But when he appeared to us, he always looked like, remember he used to be that little scary, little skinny nigga? He a lot bigger now that he done got older. But remember he was a little skinny nigga, real skinny, and he used to always have them little silk shirts on and try to be well clean like, but he always had that face. But it was him in the background always pulling them strings. All the time. It was always him. Cassie is not his first victim. She's just the one that finally found a way to get around his shit. Now, she did make mistakes. She did choose bad. And I think what the other caller was trying to tell you guys was that she had a boyfriend that was a producer. That's what that was. And she had a boyfriend, and she let this grown-ass nigga push up on her too many times. And she just gave in. That's what she was trying to tell you. She should have stayed with that dude and she should have married him. But being so young at 19, you don't have enough experience in life to say, hey, I don't like the way this dude is moving. Let's stay away from him. I don't want to get signed to his label. You get what I'm saying? It's something about being 19 that you're not thinking like that at that particular point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind frame is not like that, and we've all have been 19 before. I'm sorry to say it. We've all been 21, 22, whatever age you are, but you've passed up ages. You know what I'm saying? You finally knew. At 19, you didn't know. I'm sorry to say this. Say you a freak, right? Say you're a freak.
when you're 19, you don't know that you like to get hit from the back until you get 25. You feel what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make an example. You don't know that you like your breasts to be licked on and it turns you on when you're 19.
Oh, hold on. Let's put a filter on it.
I'm just saying. So
let's say this, because I said this earlier. You don't fully develop cognitively where you can make concise decisions like that until you're 25. So
that's what I'm basically saying. So when she got this grown man pushing up on her like that, she doesn't know how to tell this dude no. And a lot of girls are raised different in different ways, in different mind frames. You can grow up, me and you can grow up the same in the same house, but I'm way more bolder than you. I pull out guns, I'll shoot them, or
even you're not can't say no. Like my niece, she was being promiscuous, and she was just like, when we were talking to her mom, me, her other auntie, and she was just like, I'm just a can't say no person. And my sister-in-law was like, what you mean it can't say no person? And some people
you just don't understand why they like that. Like, what you mean? Why you gonna let somebody run over you? Not all women are the same in their mind. Some are docile, and some will slap you. Some will run you over. Some will shoot you. We don't know what type of woman Cassie was, but let me tell you, she's the same woman that Kim was. She's the same woman Kim was. She's the same woman Jennifer, whatever her name is, Jennifer Lopez was, his baby mama. So he has a habit of getting the same type of woman. If you pay attention to it, it's the habit of the same type of woman. Could you think he have done something like that to somebody else? No. He has the same habit of picking the same type of woman.
Like that.
Yeah,
no, yes, he did.
Hold on. Let's give a big old thank you to Taza. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Donating $10. I appreciate you. Hold on, y'all. I gotta give it up for Chris. Chris came in. I haven't seen her in a long time. Chris, how you doing? Chris. Now I did that whole introduction and Chris ain't gonna say shit. I tell you.
I don't
Chris.
know why. I don't know why you don't think he did J-Lo like that. And it's right in front of your face. The same thing. He made Cassie shave the side of her head. He brought J-Lo out in that green.
I talked about, but I don't think J-Lo was that docile to him. J-Lo ain't that. I don't think he was beating J-Lo like that.
He did J-Lo like that, sweetie. I'm sorry. Yes, he did. That's why when that thing broke off with the shooting in the club, she hurried up and got away from him. That was her escape.
Hold on. Okay, hold on, you guys. Hold on. Now, it seemed like people have different opinions. Some people, I guess, one lady felt like he did J-Lo like that. Another person felt like, he did not do J-Lo like that. Have J-Lo came out of her mouth and said anything? Or has it been reports that he did J-Lo like that? So I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I think that we have to allow J-Lo to speak on her behalf. And if she's not coming out and say he did that, I cannot put that on J-Lo. She grown. She can speak. But I'm going to add another caller. Calling from 786. You're live on the air.
Hello, Gigi. Sorry about that. The call had dropped.
Oh, that was you. Okay. How you doing?
Yeah, the call had dropped. Oh, what happened? A lot of the ladies are making great points, but I have to say this. Like I said, reparations. Everybody crying about the money thing, but we're the same type of people who understand that we deserve reparations. If we as a community can understand that we deserve reparations, why can't we understand that Cassie does too? That's for one.
Now I gotta stop you right there. Now you do realize every Black person do not want that, because there was some Black people that was speaking up against that.
But as a collective, are there more people against or for?
I don't think people are really even having that conversation seriously, because I don't hear people at my dinner table talking about that at all. I just hear like certain political parties talk about that to push whatever, but I don't see them actually really talking about that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know, because me and my group do, but we're also the same type of people who believe that the exonerated 5 deserve their reparations for all they've been through. We're the same people who believe that the people Tulsa survivors deserve their reparations as well. And we don't sit here and say, well, it's been a long time. It's so long. Why do you need it now? Why are you speaking up now? Because when it comes to trauma, there is no time frame for you to realize just how messed up it made you. For her, it took for her to leave and go into a brand new type of relationship for her to realize, like, yo, this messed with me. I'm having PTSD. My short-term memory is shot because of all the drugs he put me through taking just so I could endure and be around him, let alone engage in these OS. So it doesn't take until you're out of that situation completely for you to realize just how much trauma, just how much PTSD you're enduring. She was 19 years old, and that man was pumping her with drugs at 19. It changes you, even as a grown-up, a fully grown, developed drugs changes you. Now we're talking about a 19-year-old, fresh out of high school, didn't have much experience with men, let alone grown men of that caliber, and you're putting her through drugs, through her system, changing her, and her brain isn't even fully developed. And then we don't also talk about the fact that Diddy is a narcissist. We're talking about love bombing. We're talking about the whole Jekyll and Hyde situation, smiling in her face, telling her he loves her, oh, I'm sorry, giving her all these gifts, and then doing it all over again. And also we need to understand when people are like, well, why didn't she leave? Why didn't she leave? When you are ready to leave and do leave, that is the most likely time for your abuser to be willing to unalive you. And that's just with regular everyday people. And now we're talking about a man who has the capital, who has the fame, who is not just an everyday Joe. He has connections everywhere. And even when she did leave, he would have people to find her and tell her that she needs to come back. People, you have grown men who are even scared to speak up about this. I don't know if you guys saw this viral video. It was, I forgot his name, but it was some comedian. And then he was like, can you tell me what advice can you give me? I think it was Desi, his name is. And then the guy was like, yeah, stay away from that, take that mansion. You get what I mean? Yeah. So even grown men are scared of P. Diddy, but we want this tiny, petite, skinny woman to be the big bad wolf to take him down. Even grown men. Joe Budden didn't really want to talk about this. True. You know, grown men aren't scared of P. Diddy. The only person who was talking about this was 50 Cent, and that's because 50 Cent done been through it all. He done did some dirt. He done survived getting shot 9 times. He has his money. He's still technically on the same footing as him. So he doesn't need to be scared of P. Diddy. But there are so many people, even grown men, are scared of him. And we're saying to her, well, she should have been accountable. She should have did this. She should have did that. Everybody says shoulda, coulda, woulda until they're in that situation. It reminds me of Set It Off with, oh my gosh, what's her name? The one who dated 50. Forgive me, her name escapes me at the moment. What is that actress name? And it was this scene where there we go. And then the white cop was like, no, you're guilty. You did this, you did that. And then it was finally when she was robbing banks and she put the gun to his head and she was like, what's the procedure? The gun's in your face now. What's the procedure? And he had nothing to say. So many people are quick to judge and say, well, they would have did this, that, and third, until they're put into that situation. And then they understand. When you leave, that is when they're most likely to unalive you. And then so many people are like, well, how did this happen? How did she not know better? We need to understand that as a society, we do this to women and we got to stop, especially in the Black community, but as a whole in society. We sit there, we gaslight, We blame you. Everybody's talking about, well, why wasn't she held accountable? Where's her accountability? Women are bred to be accountable. Even when we didn't do the thing, even when we didn't do it, we're made to be accountable. You have girls, oh no, don't put that on because grown men, no, that grown man shouldn't be looking at her. But no, change your clothes. Oh, do this. We're always putting the blame and putting this accountability on women and girls, and we're leaving out the boys and the men. And then it makes for this toxic type of environment. But fact of the matter is, when he made her sign that 10 album deal, he's a narcissist. He was never gonna allow her to do that. He was not. Narcissists don't want you to win. Right. Narcissists never want you to win. He had it in his mind. I'm so sorry. What was that?
I said, I think he's jealous of her. I agree with you.
Yes, he's jealous of everybody. Of course he would be jealous. She's pretty. She has this innocence about her. There was a clip where they showed him and her at the Met Gala.
Jealous as in like a self-hating black way?
Shoot,
I mean, it's a he got invent some.
That's what they were saying. They were saying like his son, I don't know, he beats on his son, the one for Misha, like he beats on him and bullies him, and Cassie too, like they're the two in the house that got it the most. And maybe it was because, and then they said that he made the comment about Chris Boogie. Like, remember when Chris said he went to audition for him, and Chris, out of his mouth, you can search the video, he said Diddy was like, yeah, this dude cool, but I don't like that light skin. I don't like that light skin. Get him up out of here.
It could be that.
And Chris said he was like, what?
I've heard that before.
Like all because Chris said he was like, dang, because I'm light skinned, fam. And so I don't know.
I think we also need to put into account that men don't necessarily like pretty women. They love them, they're sexually attracted to them, but they're not. They don't really like pretty women because they feel like, oh, you're pretty, so the world's just gonna open up.
First of all, let's not
Meanwhile,
act like
I gotta grind.
Diddy is bisexual, right? And for all we know, like full blown, homosexual. So let's not act like he wasn't beating her and being mean to her and womanizing all of the women in his life because his soulmate really is a man. So how could he? You see what I'm saying? Like. I saw I saw a post the other day that this guy was saying when men abuse women in that way, like intimately, there's no way that they could, care for them or love them, to not be sensual with them and to just kind of like drill them out, be rough, make them do demeaning things. Like there's no love there at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Speaking on Diddy, he was like, it ain't no way to love women.
With the love, this was never a love story. So when did love come to play? It wasn't love for Cassie, and it wasn't love for Diddy.
Like he loved Cassie.
That was all for a storyline to sell to the sheep, to the sheep of the population. It's for the sale. But Diddy never loved Cassie, and Cassie never loved Diddy. Do you really think Cassie was in love with Diddy?
Seriously though, this man had other women. He's had other babies. Why did he keep Cassie around so long?
Control. Control. She knows him. She knows where the bodies are buried.
I think a lot of people have that kink these days. Like I feel like that's what Blueface has too. Like they like to have something that they could humiliate. I don't understand where did it come from. I don't remember that being so common.
Narcissism.
Like when I was growing up, humiliating each other. I mean,
it comes from them not having control in their lives in other arenas. Diddy's a billionaire, but just like right now, he's having to fight with this big conglomerate for them to market his product correctly. The ambitions that Diddy has, he has to go through the clear people first. And those people are some people he's never going to be able to control. He can hang it up. So I feel like maybe that's where it comes from. Like,
when you're talking about men, powerful men treating people like they're subjects, is that what you're referring to, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well, powerful men always treated people like the subject. That's just comes from old history.
Not always.
When you look at powerful men, they treat people like slaves and they're subjects. Can you please name me one ruler that is all the kingdoms that were treated their slaves or people that was less than them like they're equal. Can you give me one? Because everything is built on patriarchy, and you realize that patriarchy is never about being equal, especially with women. That's just not what patriarchy is or will ever be.
I was just gonna say we live in a patriarchal society.
So how could you
and
ever
most men are bred in
yeah, that doesn't
evil though. I don't think that it has to be inherently evil. I think that a man can lead, he can guide, he can nurture, he can love. Like it's a choice. Like you can be the head
that
of a
sounds
family.
so
Like,
sweet.
But think so is throughout history, when you did have rulers like that, they had family members that would take them out and take their place. They never let compassionate men rule.
They were known as weak. They see that as weak. Look at your history.
He's not a ruler. He's an entertainer. He's not.
Oh my God. He's not an entertainer. If you think Diddy is an entertainer, you are sadly mistaken. To him, he is a god. These are little gods in their heads.
Right.
That's why they treat people like they're subjects. An entertainer is Cardi B at best. That's an entertainer. A Cardi B. She's nothing like a Diddy.
Look what
well, even though they say she treat people like subjects too sometimes, but you know.
I heard that too.
But but humans are evil.
You think so?
Look what they did to Julius Caesar when he wanted to put Cleopatra on the pedestal.
I think so. Look at the world. Do you live in America?
I don't think we're evil.
Do you live in America?
You this is your job. I think you have to report on this, so it's gonna seem like that. But I don't think we're inherently evil.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm confused. I said humans are evil. Look at all the death. Look at all the wars. Look at all the fighting. You don't hear about the wars that's going on.
Do you not believe in the first law of man, self-preservation?
Bombing other people.
Evil trickles down from self-preservation, like the law of the fittest. It's physics.
But percentage-wise, what percent of the population do you think is actually killing people and trying to torture people and humiliate people for sexual pleasure? Like, that is not normal. Like, something has to really, like, come on, like that. If it's
not, hold on. If it's not that's like, okay, sexual pleasure. Okay. When it was here with the N-word, I'm not going to say, when they were taking out everybody, just like right now in today's world, I'm not going to say a place, but shit, y'all know what's going on. Are they sparing people because you're nice? Oh, okay. Well, let's spare this individual because they're nice. Men, women alike are not. They're taking them out just because they look a certain way or they're certain way. And that's how human history has always been. That's why it's important to be civilized. Shit. Okay. That's why people try to push to be civilized.
Every day we are a policy to improve rights of people. Just think about any type of person that, has a little bit of a platform that tries to enact policies to improve people's rights and expose people that are bad and do right by people. So many people allied together to take them down.
Of course.
That part.
That's how the world is.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to see in 2024, trust me, you're going to see a lot of evil shit because we got the election and this country is already split. So if you think these people are going to excuse you just because you come off nice, I feel sorry for you.
Oh, no. I don't even.
When something go wrong and everybody... When people are rioting, do you think they care about the owner if they're a nice owner in the store? No, they're bombing all the stores. They're looting everything. People don't care if you're a nice person or not. You're gonna get hit.
No, my point is that the people who are throwing the bombs, maybe they, I don't know, should think twice. It's not that.
So I think what you're saying is, I think you're saying the people that are in power are the evil people, but common people, everyday
evil
people who don't have
too.
access to power like that. But you got to understand, we're humbled by our circumstances, because it's just like
True.
this. Let somebody come into some money, right? Let somebody that you deal with or somebody that you know come into some money and see how they treat you. You see what I'm saying? So
I know people with money. Like, I know people who have come into money, and they. I don't know their life personally though. I don't know. Maybe they're out here in the streets, they're wilding, but they seem to have made the choice to like be at home with their family. You know what I mean? Like, how do you have time to go in the streets and have freak offs if you're at home with your family? This man has kids. He could have chose to just be a family man. There's no way you have time
A rapper
to do these
in the
things.
hip hop
That's
industry
the
ain't
thing.
no damn
Freak
family
off
man.
if you go home to your family like a normal, like a regular man.
no,
Ain't nothing
do that.
normal.
so I think this gets into a bigger
Money,
I think what you're
money
talking about
just
is a bigger issue.
magnifies what you already are.
Pastors not
That's my
even
point.
doing
It's
that
like,
family
I'm
shit.
saying he's
With
a demon.
money,
But
I think that's
pastors,
relative. In some
pastors
cases,
of
money can
church are not
magnify who
even
you
doing the
are,
family
but in a lot of
stuff.
cases, like Diddy's case, money has molded him. Money molds people. It depends on the root of the money and where the money is coming from. I just think for people to think
I
that
agree.
millionaires and billionaires, for people to become millionaires and billionaires, and for you to not think that they have stepped on hundreds or thousands of people's
oh
necks
no, I
and took
definitely
people out.
believe that. Yes,
No, yeah.
exploitation, most definitely. But if somebody, let's say you didn't do that, you got a windfall, won the lottery, you got money. Money is just gonna magnify what it is that you already are. But when you're talking about people who have grinded and they became millionaires, they became billionaires, most definitely, because in capitalism, you're hoarding and you're doing exploitation. So of course,
Right.
to get to that level, you had to be someone who was doing dirt. But I just feel like even without that money, Diddy was probably just a messed up human being. He could have been a regular Pookie and Ray Ray around the block, and he still would have been nasty.
And they did. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have pastors
You can
that's
see it
not
in
even
him.
doing the family shit sitting at home. These men are not doing that. They're not out here having dinner at 7 o'clock with the family.
Some are.
A lot of them ain't though.
So you got with wealth
I used to
comes
work at Four
influence.
Seasons. Some
You
of
got
them
all
are.
of these people coming at you, trying to make deals with you, trying to leech off your money, get you to invest. You got all of these. I mean, have you not? I watched so many documentaries where people come into money, and then celebrities and things like that, and then clear people and the powers that be have people go to them. What do you call them? Their handlers. They have their handlers to go to them, offer them drugs, influence them so they can gain control over them. That's the problem. You know, people might not be inherently evil, but you have evil people that are playing chess. I mean, that are so far ahead, like of trying to have ultimate control over everything. So I don't think a person that comes into money could be at peace in the society that we live in. Either way.
No, I hear you.
You gotta be quiet.
Gotta be on the low with it. Yeah.
No, for sure.
Can't let nobody know.
I still think that those people are choosing the streets. I'm just gonna say this one thing because I saw this interview with Lil Boosie and he was saying how he was on house arrest, right? And how in the end he found out that he liked being at home with his family, like he actually likes it, and that it's to me it made me sad that it took for house arrest to like.
I don't believe that. I think he talks a
out
lot of
here.
bullshit. Boosie is a liar. I think
That
he
part.
said that shit
That
because he
part.
was in his feelings and that's
That
how he
part.
felt. But girl, please, if he
Girl,
was
ain't
such a
Boosie.
home
Not
family,
Boosie.
he
If
would
you
his
could've
life
said
would be
anybody but
changed
Boosie.
around.
I'm
He's
just
a
saying, I
liar.
thought that was,
He's a liar. He
it
lies.
touched me because I felt like he connected with his family. He liked that life.
Girl,
Like he could have
didn't
had that
his
this whole
daughter
time.
disown
You
him?
have to read some
Didn't
books.
his daughter disown
You need to
him?
read 48 Laws of Power.
Hold
You need to
on.
read
Did
48
his
Laws of
daughter
Power. You
disown
need to
him?
read
Yes
The
or
Art of
no?
War.
Did his daughter
I
disown him?
think you are such a sweet girl. I love the fact that you give people the benefit of the doubt and you think the best in people. But I gotta say this. Y'all want to know how people get caught up? Because they're sweet people like she is, who gives people the benefit of the doubt, who believe that at the end of the day, people are good.
I would never, but yeah.
Please, girl, if you see somebody with a thumb up, don't give them a ride. Don't give their ass a ride. I ain't giving them a ride.
Listen, I'm not stupid. Okay, but I do want to talk about Young Miami, though.
Are you gonna give them a ride?
Young Miami likes
She gonna give him a fucking ride.
Don't give them a ride. Yes.
I just want you, if you don't do anything else, I want you to work on developing your spirit of discernment to be able to discern when people are showing you one facet of their personality. Boosie knows that, you know, to get endorsements and things like that, you have to have like a good, clean image. And so that's what he portrays out with the kids, shopping with his kids, and, you know, saying he loves his family. This man got how many kids by how many different women?
Too many.
And it didn't work out?
No, he wasn't saying that he loved his family. What he was saying is that he was enjoying the lifestyle, like, that he was forced into. I'm not stupid and thinking, I still think that I think it's sad that he is almost.
Why does somebody have to force you to be a father? That's effed up. You too grown.
I'm not stupid.
Why does somebody have to force you to be a father in your 40s?
Right.
And you're not even a father. All you're doing is goddamn babysitting at this point.
Delusional. I'm just saying, like, that's how he's supposed to have been living this whole time. That's normal. You go home to your family.
I just feel like men in this patriarchal society, they can do their dirt, run through women, break Lord knows how many women down, and then get to the point where they're in their 40s and 50s and they're wore out and they want to settle down, and then they want to talk about family and lifestyle when they have left a trail of broken women and broken children behind them.
I agree. And all the sins are forgiven. Meanwhile, a woman makes one mistake and you holding it over her head to the day good Lord calls her home. It's not fair. That's why when people are like, oh, accountability, where's the accountability? Women were bred for accountability.
Right.
We got that on lock.
I think it's sad that a judge had to court order that. I agree. I'm not saying that we should celebrate Boosie by any means. Like, no. Boosie. That would be delusional. No. That's sad.
Shout out to Boosie, because when you know better, you do better. But when it comes from men, but when you know better, you do better. But the thing is, when it comes to men in society, it's always in their 40s and 50s when they've broken so many other people.
Did not do better. This is the same man who talks about he believes in pushing peas to his sons. This is the same man who paid a woman, a grown woman, to R-word his boy. Like, Boosie is not.
Yeah, he's that same nigga. He ain't changed. He just talks shit.
That was just a bad example.
He just talks shit.
Yes, it was. Okay. But I respect your opinion, Mama.
Yeah.
Like, no.
All right, well,
I think Will Smith would be a better example of a man with money that tries to do right by his kids. I mean, personally, I do. I think he tries to support his kids, encourage them. He doesn't try to make Trey be famous. He was, Trey said that he would fly to his games every week when he would be filming and stuff, and he hardly ever missed a game. So you do have, but it's just so few and far between that it seems like that men, take accountability and do right by their own will without being, guilted into doing right, or court ordered into doing right, or forced into doing right.
Right.
But okay, so we do have Chris here, so I wanted to hear what she has to say. Chris, are you back?
Hi, Miss Messy, and I'm sorry about the inconvenience earlier.
Okay.
Hi, ladies. I think that
Hello.
Hi. I think that everybody should look at this situation from a completely different angle. I think something very important was said when the Diddy case first came out with the lawsuit of Cassie. There was also people saying that he was having some sort of other charge for I guess it was supposed to be RICO or something like that for women or something strange like that. And they said that he was being investigated by the feds. So I think maybe the feds reached out to Cassie more than anything. And because she was having a baby at the time, what a perfect opportunity to defend yourself or stand up for yourself against somebody who has harmed you, that you felt like before you didn't have the power or the force behind you to pursue something like that. We
Right.
would want to make sure that
Agree.
if we stood up, especially against somebody that I've been knowing since I was 19 years old. So, you know, I heard a couple of people mention that she was groomed. I don't really understand the circumstances of that because I know at 19, for me, I pretty much was headstrong. And I think for
Right.
any that is in a position that she was in around those amount of high powerful people, she had a lot of sense. She was not
Right.
some ditzy chick. So we're not speaking of somebody who didn't know any better or was naive or, you know, anything like that. We're talking about somebody who probably is very smart. I think even the way that she's lived her life since leaving Hollywood has been very smart. And I want us to really pay attention to the fact that, you know, to be honest, Cassie did not have a solid music career. She had a couple of hit songs, probably two, but she was not going to have longevity in the music industry. So I believe that, as any other young lady would do, if this man is willing to make sure that I can still be in some way, shape, or form a part and around of something that I love and I truly want to be in anyway, then I'll stay in this situation. She should have left, and her parents should have made her leave in the very beginning when all of this started. She had a choice. We all have choices in this world, but she stayed for whatever reason. And I think that's why she didn't necessarily come with this lawsuit. I think that's why she waited, because it took a lot of confidence and security mentally to face him. And when that opportunity arose, she took it because she did go through a lot of trauma. Whatever she went through that she spoke about in that lawsuit that Diddy knew was true was enough to make him say, okay, you know what? Let me hurry up and pay her off. Other than the fact that it was already out and the public has already passed judgment. We could, and I think nobody's even looking at this from this angle, as maybe Diddy did feel guilty in a way because she was 19 and he spent so much of her life with him without being married. She didn't get anything settled in a situation when they were split, and he could have genuinely loved, because he always, one thing that he can say is he always tried to extend love to her, even with her being with Alex. So we can't say that we haven't heard him during award shows, whether people said that he was taunting her or not, or him. It was mentioned, so we can't forget it. So what he put out was genuinity towards her. And so if you're not thinking maliciously, you wouldn't think that he meant any harm towards her. And then she files for this lawsuit accusing him, if he really didn't do any of these things and he knows that she's just hurt and she does have a baby on the way, why not pay her out? It's a lot of reasons why Cassie got paid. But what was her motive? I think more so than anything, I want to know for going forward with this. Because in my mind, I think about it like, if she went through that seriously, then okay, I'm having another baby, I'm unstable, I live a certain class of a lifestyle, my money getting thin. People need to pay me at this point. Anybody that owe me any debt needs to pay. So she went to the one that she felt like owed her the most, which is Diddy. Because guess what? I was with you for all these years, and when we split, I got nothing. I didn't have to be your wife to undergo the suffering of playing a role as a wife. And she could have went about this from any angle and won in that case, if that's really all she ever wanted. But I think she did want to embarrass him. And I think she did know and was aware that there was a federal case approaching Diddy. Once everything came out with that Pac situation, I think it kind of flipped the dime on him. When he started doing all those things with the Batman costume, the Joker costume, and the Clears start pulling their card away, their support away from him, that's when you know Hollywood is about to get ready to make a big move. So how can I make a big move on Diddy? You can't use any of the colored folks that he used because nobody really cares about the colors, right? So Cassie is the perfect victim to play off the strings of America when it comes to Puffy. And using her in her story and her situation would be not only great to pay her and her family off, but also anybody that, or any situation that we need to pursue legally towards him, will able to be easier to do. Because one thing that they're going to ask him is, why did he decide to settle so fast? And he can say, well, I've always had a love for her. On this award show, I was on camera wishing her and her husband, Alex Fine, congratulations. So, I mean, I'm interested to know this real story, this real dynamic. I hate that they shushed it. I hate that Cassie is no longer going to go further with it. I hate that I know that she signed an NDA and she's never going to speak on it because of the amount of money that has been issued to her. But were you looking for justice, or were you just being a real chick? Like, I got this baby on the way. My family can't suffer. I've been through enough. You owe me money. And I've heard that she had been trying to get money from him, from residuals and whatnot, or whatever she was getting allowance wise, like every other woman that deals with him. But he was rejecting. So she had to put her foot down. However, she did what she had to do to get what she needed to be. So maybe it wasn't about entertaining us or pursuing him, but more so, I want to be rich for the rest of my life. I want to be still known in the world as Cassie, and not somebody that's just behind the sidelines. She doesn't flaunt her life. She's very private. She's been that. So this came sudden from her. And I think that she deserves that money. Do I think she deserve it? Absolutely. Because I don't think Diddy's a nice guy when it comes to that. And as far as Young Miami is concerned, I think that she has a story as well. But she has this persona of so ride or die, and her group about to split up or going their separate ways. She's been so cocky and arrogant to JT that I feel like she wants to try to hold on to what she have with Revolt and Diddy. I think that's a totally different lifestyle and a different life than just the city girls. I think she was being offered more than she's ever experienced as being just a city girl, as being one of Diddy Maddens, whatever you want to call her. Her being that, I think she has a story, and I hope that she's not in an NDA, because who better than a Black girl to represent this real truth? She say that she been helping him heal. She's a good counselor. He listens to her. They have a friendship, a bond. She's around all of these things and ain't saying nothing. Very quiet, but still holding her throne. Her foot on his neck is, I'm not going to lose out on this money either. And until I see people actually making big moves that are the power folks in the industry, I'm not going to say anything. Same thing with Joe Budden. Joe Budden is on Revolt. I don't think people realize that as well, which is Diddy is the chairman of Revolt. So people are criticizing him for not speaking up about the Diddy situation. But how can I speak up against somebody who's basically paying me, whose platform that I'm on?
Right.
So until this thing, like,
did you see how he told everyone to shut up when they were reviewing the Love album and they were trying to say it was mediocre? He literally was like, shut up. And he was like, it was phenomenal. It was the best album ever. And I was like, that's because he has to.
See, you've been watching too. So we see all of us see different things creeping up on him. And I want us to pay attention. People call it the Illuminati or whatever. I don't know what that is, but I will say this. There's a certain point in Hollywood where everybody goes through a fall or a grace of embarrassment or humiliation. We have witnessed this over decades, centuries, however long Hollywood been standing. So this ritual or whatever they want to call it of his embarrassment, whatever he's been doing, Vanilla Ice even spoke up a little scarily, and he tried to denounce some things that were put out about him being hung over a building. It's like a lot of people are afraid of this man. Like he's really the boogeyman. And I'm trying to figure out why. But I think what is phenomenal is after the Pac situation, that Suge is the one that's speaking up. See, now Suge has that voice where you wouldn't necessarily listen to him before. But now that the shit has hit the fan, oh, we're on a whole nother level. We need to hear every angle. Who is Sean Diddy Combs? What has he truly done? Who's got the courage to write the book about him, the biography, the truth? Who's going to be on that Gayle King or whatever to talk about the legitimate things, not hearsay, not allegedly, but I was there and this is what happened, XYZ. And I ain't looking for no check, but I'm looking for the truth to be out. So who's going to do that?
I respect your opinion and I hear everything that you're saying, but I think you're really not. I think we are, for some reason, still downplaying the fact that this man is a narcissist. If that was the case when she parted ways, he could have been sent her that money.
Oh no, I'm not downplaying his narcissism, but I'm saying when you don't owe anybody something, you don't, first of all, even if I am dating you and I'm going to put myself in his shoes from that position, I don't owe you anything. You're not my wife. You ain't nobody committed to me. We don't have children. So what make you think that I owe you anything? Now, how you feel like you get your money from me is a different play. So I'm not downplaying his position, but I'm just being realistic and non-judgmental because we don't have the full story. Things are unfolding, but we don't know anything. Everything's allegedly
on her either. She was really,
I guess the
messed
question is,
up.
do you believe in reparations? Do you believe in reparations?
I believe in reparations to a degree. Like I don't know how to understand really reparations because I was never a slave. None of my relatives that are living or lived in my lifetime were.
You don't
But
have to be
I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
You just have to be done wrong. And reparations is when somebody pays money to make amends for wronging you.
That part.
Versus,
well, I want my money from everybody.
Civil suit versus going through a criminal suit when you feel like they've committed criminal acts.
Everybody that says something negative about me, y'all need to pay up.
It's supposed to be to help you.
Including the trolls. Where the trolls at?
Whatever it is. You know, that's why you see like a lot of war reparations and things like that, countries being given money. So it's supposed to help kind of repair.
That's fine, but those same rules should apply then in the law book where every woman, not because I'm Cassie and he's a billionaire, do I receive reparations from him beating me down or manipulating me into doing sexual acts.
Diddy had
when you talk about Diddy being a narcissist, let's talk about the narcissism and being a great manipulator.
Okay, hold on, because everybody talking. Hold on, wait.
Do you know how many black men have to pay reparations that are in prison, or any prisoner? Any prisoners have to pay reparations when they get out and they get paroled for the people that they have wronged. People get reparations.
Those
all
people
the time.
aren't necessarily getting that money. Are you talking about them having to go through like the government state programs or whatever when you get prison reform or when you get released? Those people aren't getting residual funds.
Would you say that Diddy had a different type of power than the average man though? Because they were saying that he was
a billionaire. I definitely do. But I don't feel like I need to be judgmental before I get the full story.
He was a different type of power to terrorize her. It wasn't like the average, you know what I mean? He had forces behind him. So I think he should have to pay a higher
$50,000 to get the hotel footage of him paying her in a hotel room. And somehow Kim Porter got a hope to that footage, and she reached out to Cassie, and they started a plot to take Diddy down. And I think a lot of people think it's because of a book. I think it was because I don't think he would have unalived Kim Porter for a book, because he could have put a stop to that. I think she was making a plot to actually take him down, and she was trying to get Cassie to help her, and that's why he unalived Kim Porter.
And I can believe that storyline, but we have no proof that that happened. But that was a great visual of what could have happened.
Yeah, so that's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And
that's
conspiracy. Lead your mind.
Yeah, that's conspiracy.
By the end of the day, the lawyer that Cassie had would never follow through and represent her if she didn't have actual facts.
And I believe that as well. And that's why I said in the very beginning of my statement that the attorneys that were actually trying to bring federal charges against him are the ones that approached Cassie. So you all are saying that I don't have any empathy for her. I'm just questioning the motive, because why just put this out there to accept the money? That's fine. She got paid. But who approached you to make you feel like that opportunity was all you needed? Because she knew she didn't have to testify.
That's going to be
what you're saying about the FBI. I do kind of agree with what you're saying about the FBI, because what's her name? Said something that kind of opened my eyes when she said that Young Miami was like tweeting crazy, like talking to his other baby mama about how Diddy be having her on a leash and like just like dropping some kind of key details. I feel like, I don't know, it's too many eyes on them. Like he's supposed to be quiet by now. He old and he's still out here like almost bragging about what he got away with. Like they're not gonna just let that slide. You can't laugh about it. It's one thing but you got your new side chick making jokes on Twitter. Like it's crazy.
I think when you're trying to live a life as if this never really happened, you try to live as normal as possible. And I think that's what the approach of from Young Miami and both Diddy. See, the thing is not to give the people the idea at any capacity that I did these things. I need to continue to live my normal day to day as if this shit it's so irrelevant because I don't know what they're talking about. I paid this girl because I actually had a long relationship with her and I was really in love with her. You know, I'm happy for her. She has children. She has everything that she expressed to me that she ever wanted. Why wouldn't I invest in her? I just lost my other wife, Kim Porter, somebody that I really love. So that's why I said until things really come all the way out, I'm not going to sit up here and persecute this black man at any rate. When somebody literally took a settlement in a lawsuit and shut the F up real quick.
Black man?
Well, that's where I digress. Because
honestly, when you're saying
she had spoke, if she was real legit and this stuff really went down with her, first of all, you led with the most heinous thing.
I think Gigi said it best earlier when she talked about.
You really don't believe that it went down.
Yeah,
I think Gigi said it best when she talked about the pro-black mindset earlier, and it seems like you're speaking from this pro-black mindset.
No, I'm not speaking from a pro-black anything. I feel like if you really did harm to me, I'm gonna tell you about my character. My character is strictly this because I'm straightforward. You're not gonna put your hands on me or abuse me at any rate or capacity and think that I'm not gonna call the police on you and I'm not gonna press charges on you. I don't give a care about your money, your dime, what you think you got. You put your hands on me, we got a problem, and that's not a pro-black thing. That's saying that I'm not your punching bag. I don't care what you have. You cannot manipulate me. And if more women had a strong mind, it doesn't matter what color you are.
Okay, it's too many people
It has nothing to do with being strong-minded. You're looking at it on a very small scale.
And you look at it as a very racial thing, saying that it was pro-black when it merely is just the fact that either you have a story to tell and that's what you were trying to put out, or you're literally looking for a payday.
Could it be everybody have different opinions and different beliefs? One side feel that way, and the other side feel that way.
Yeah.
And it's no use to try to make somebody believe or feel how you feel.
But my thing is
everybody different.
You're saying he was. I get that, but my whole thing is this: you're saying, and he even dedicated. Carisha held up a sign, but he talked about Cassie. Hello, he had a song dedicated to her.
All I'm saying is it was a young lady who sought out an old man for whatever reason she wanted to. And we all know, and we all been 19 before. So when you're looking at an older man, you're looking for money and leverage. That's why I needed Cassie to speak up and tell her story. Don't just take a settlement. She should have drug it out and made sure he went to court. She could have still got her money. It's not about what you do, it's how you do it.
It's a civil case. She can't take
I think the problem is that you don't believe that Diddy's capable of the.
No, I believe that he's capable. It's too many people that came out and said this man's was like this. It's too many people that came out and said these type of things about him for me not to believe it.
This is about you wanting to put her through the trauma so you can get more intel. She did. She filed a civil suit. 35 pages, talking about what happened from the moment she met him to the day she left. That was her book. How much more does she need to give people?
That didn't even scratch the surface of what she saw.
Exactly.
Everybody knows that Diddy is a whole serial killer out here.
I just feel like as a people, we didn't need it. She could have kept it. If all that were the case, she had a high power attorney that could have handled and settled that under the radar. We, the people, didn't have to be a part of it at all. And I think that's the point that you're missing. You think that we care so much. We really don't care. I don't care at all, to be honest. These are opinion about assumptions that we think.
No, you don't. You got your Superman cape on flying high. I know you don't care. I know you don't care, but let me drop this on you.
Diddy, you know what? It sound like we were ever in that situation with a billionaire. And my point, my take is, you're not gonna whoop my tail.
One at a time, please. One at a time, please.
One at a
This
time.
ain't his time.
Ooh.
I said,
I've heard anyone. I think this is the first time that I've heard anyone ever say that somebody's trying to put something on Diddy and they should be, and Cassie should be accountable, and Diddy hasn't done anything. It just sounds like
who said that? Who said that?
Have you not seen security guards speaking out on the things
Who said that?
These women?
Oh, women have said that? 'Cause I haven't heard
I think
that.
she's accusing you of saying that.
Oh no, because see, I have to say it for you to accuse me of saying it, and that's not even close to what I've said. I guess I'm just not emotionally as close to this situation as these ladies are, and I don't have the same approach as they do when it comes to it, because realistically, we are outsiders, in my opinion. And I think that we were given just a tease, like it threw us for a loophole. Because if I really were in the bad situation that Cassie say, like all these things, there would be no quiet. We need to do something about this, and we need to make sure that nobody else goes through this.
Who said that there would be?
Have you ever been in an abusive situation?
Why are you saying there would be no cry? We would. I mean, I don't.
Do you know how many women are abused on a regular basis?
Oh, absolutely. I have family members that were, and I advocate for those women in strength, in picking themselves up and making sure that they realize how much worth it they are. You don't stay with somebody, and I've said this several times in the same live. You don't stay with somebody because of what they have. You either have integrity for yourself or you don't. If you were in a situation for a motive, that was a barter. You said you can whoop my ass for a couple of dollars. That's a barter at that point, a barter and a trade.
Cassie
Bottom line.
paid to save her own life.
That part. What part of when you decide to leave, that is when you are most likely to risk getting unalived.
And nobody ever said that Diddy put a gun to Cassie's head or anything like that before. We as women have to realize men only have the power that we give them.
Right.
Baby, don't.
No. Okay, that's the average man, though. We're talking about billionaire Diddy with thousands of connections.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Even with average men, women still go
You
through
have to
this.
stop referring to Diddy like he's an average man. Diddy is an entity. He's a conglomerate. He's a billionaire. He has the key to New York, right? And Gene Deal, the head of his security, right? He had connections with all of these like high level authorities in New York, judges, police officers, police commissioners, the mayor, the governor. Like, who's gonna go up against all of that?
And nobody, and none of those people are standing with him now. So these people seem to be showing the same reaction that they would have shown in the beginning.
What I'm saying is you have to look at it from her perspective. I feel like the way you're speaking from your perspective, and it's perspective versus perception. That's your perception of the situation, but you have to look at it from Cassie's perspective to figure out why she made those decisions. So Cassie knows all of this information, and then there's a lot of information you probably haven't seen on the internet where people are coming out and talking about the abuse and what they've seen and the women he's beat and the people he's unalived. Like, people are blatantly, openly saying
she
it.
tried to run too. Like, she tried to run. He knew where to find her. Like, I understand.
If I'm running from one of your properties to another one of your properties, of course you're gonna know where I am. You have to pick up yourself and move away from the situation entirely. She didn't want to lose the fame and the friendships and the things. She wasn't willing to sacrifice anything to move forward.
How are you gonna
And now she found love in Alex, and she made that choice to move forward with him. She felt safe with him. And that's something that I commend in her, however long it took her.
Do you know how many things she's complicit in that he's done? How much information she knows? Based on what you're saying, why do you think he settled so quickly? So if you know she knows all of this information.
I don't know any of this because P. Diddy never said it, and neither did Cassie. So I can assume anything. Like I said, you make a lot of sense when you talk. You're giving a lot of idealism to it, but like I said, these are just theories.
Hold on one second. I got it. What about what Misa tweeted?
$30 million because that was his love. Girl.
So what about what Misa tweeted when she said, when it comes to her son, she's tired of it and everybody can get it? And what about the girl Capricorn that he beat up, just saying, sitting around acting like y'all don't see nothing after this, like 30 years of abuse is not okay? People are tweeting out and speaking on this.
And I commend them for doing that. You know, that's their stories, and I feel sorry for those people. I would never want that to happen to anyone that I know or anybody, period. I don't have to know you. That is effed up, legitimately. So to sit up here and think that it's not is insane. But I don't know these people. And I don't know what led up to what, because the Misha girl is the same girl that P. Diddy said stole from her, right? She's allegedly Misha stole money from P. Diddy. And that's the reason why he put it, why whatever situation happened. it was definitely wrong, and he should have had charges pressed against him. I don't know why the state didn't take that serious, or the police didn't take that serious, or whoever, but they needed to take that more seriously. That there should have been criminal. If she stole some money from you, then there should have been criminal charges pressed against her. You never had to put your hands on a woman. Out of line. But I think you guys are missing. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, Cassie's story is like in Glitz. She tells us a story that she was abused by him. Then she say that, you know, she was manipulated by him. But then again, you know, I know that people actually have concubines, and everybody knows that Diddy was never with one woman, but each one of these women were getting paid something. So in these situations, when the contract is over, or
What about the Asian woman that came
humiliating them and torturing them and making them sleep with male prostitutes? It wasn't a normal.
So let me ask you
concubine
this: What about the
situation.
Asian woman? What about the Asian woman that came out and spoke out on Diddy's abuse on Tasha K? What about her?
She went right back with Diddy after that interview. She was with Diddy again. And I know that you've seen that all over social media. She went back. She was arguing with Young Miami. So you went back.
Syndrome. Look it up. Battered woman syndrome. He got back with her because he was trying to do damage control towards his image.
It's just hard to decipher when there's money involved. When there's a barter and a trade involved, it's really hard to decipher what these people are really thinking and what's in their mind. Because just like these women, we can't just sit up here and lie and say that people don't try to play people to get to where they want to be in life. Especially millionaires and billionaires.
Not that hard to decipher. It's not that hard to decipher. Battered women syndrome. And you don't know how he threatened her. You don't know how she was coerced. Okay, so Gene Deal was his bodyguard for years. Gene Deal said that Diddy gets people together and he coerces him into doing crazy stuff and records it. So anytime they try to speak out against him, he always has something over their head to make them do what he wants them to do. He puts them into precarious situations
like that.
So he's like known for strong arming people and coercing people into doing what he wants to do. He needed to do image control because he was trying to drop an album and he has endorsements. He needed to do image control after that interview. You don't know whose lives were threatened. We talking about
and
this.
The thing about like for me is why is it
went to UCLA and beat up his son's coach. He beat up his son's coach.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
For me, I'm trying to understand why for you think, oh, I don't know what these women went through. I don't know. But you automatically write him off as someone who wouldn't be capable of doing that. He's someone who has clearly ripped off all of his artists. Even with his artists who could be a big deal, he would always see to it that they got just enough, but not a lot, and ripped off his artists. He's someone who has been known to being physical with men, but when it comes to this woman, oh, that's where he draws the line. Being a concubine is being a concubine. Being forced to have sex with men that you don't want and being beaten to a bloody pulp.
Okay, let's watch the filter. But I just want to say I enjoy all of you. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. So I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys. You guys made it very interesting with your debates and having different opinions. All right, so I'm gonna let you ladies go. Chris, it's always a joy for you to come on.
Miss Messy. I
haven't heard from you in a minute, so
I've been working. I'm so sorry.
I understand. No pressure. Okay,
I got a Christmas gift coming to you. A Christmas cash app to help you celebrate. I've been working hard. I know I've been checking. I can catch you while I'm working, but I just can't call in or anything. But I listen in all the time still. But I will definitely hit you with the cash app for Christmas. You deserve it. I've been listening to all of your stories, your coming out stories, your truths. I love everything about you. 110%.
Oh, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate you. Love you, girl.
Bye, baby.
Right, so we are out. DJ, where you at?